All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Right now, as you know, there's a new Netflix movie that's going to be coming out, and it's with Michelle and Barack Obama. And they're going to be talking about, or I think they're going to be replaying the Betty and Barney Hill story. So I thought that was exciting. I didn't hear much about it until recently. Is why we hear now, and apparently this announcement was made. Let me see. I have a blog post from Netflix. Was made December the 15th. This is how late I am, right? But I'm still excited about it because here I am talking about, Project Black and Rich. This really doesn't have uh, they're not running parallel or inside each other, but just the fact that we're going to hear this story from our former president. And I hope he definitely says something about aliens are real. And he says, I know that they are here. Imagine that, right? If he goes ahead and admit it from there. Has anyone ever gave Roderick $100 at one time? No. I don't even know what $100 look like in a super chat or a maybe Cash App. I don't know. I don't know. But no, no, no. I don't even know what the color comes up at. I don't know what color it comes up, but that's okay. You know, we are building something special, Magneticus. But thank you. But anyway, yeah. So first of all, when you think about history, and we talk about that all the time, the Betty and Barney Hill story has been one of the pillars in the ufology world when it comes down to talking about these UFOs. And I've always talked about, how significant some of the stories are, and not so much in our community, but this one here supersedes it all. It's one of the greatest stories ever been told. And Kathleen Martin, who is the niece of Betty, has always told her side of the story, and pretty much written several books on it. We got some, and I've read a few. She actually was on my pilot show, so that was amazing. And just to hear that perspective, so I would love to see and hear if there's a different angle or perspective that the Obamas put on it, and see if there's some things that we have not heard about. So that'll be great information and add on, and which tells me we are on the right track when I talk about the truth seekers community and I talk about Project Black, because that story is going to be told from a whole different set of lens, a cultural lens, from our former presidents. And so therefore you're going to get a different angle. You can't help but get a different angle, a different perspective. And this is why I was leaning in and sharing this with everybody to say, how important Project Black is to the ufology community. And it's not just exclusion, it's inclusion for everyone, but we want to, really get down to a certain, demographic for indigenous people and African Americans to dig up and start the conversations. First of all, any of you right now, if you have had part of the Truth Seekers community that we launched last week or Sunday, I just want to congratulate you. We had an expectation for a few hundred people to join. We had that to happen. In fact, we exceeded that. We're now pushing 900 and probably 1,000 people by tomorrow. That is freaking incredible. And so it is to you, all of you who've joined, shared it. I think we've had over a couple of few hundred people that were shared by the members that actually came into to the mighty network of what we're doing. And so if you decide that you want to get into the Truth Seekers community, there's a link in the bottom of this video, so you can hop in there, and then you'll find all the spaces that you can talk about all of these things. We have Conspiracy Lounge, we got aliens, abductions, we got share your story, we have the list goes on. Alien religions, we have the if you're metaphysics, if you into, just all of it. I can go down a list, and the list is right here. I'm being lazy. I'm really being lazy. And so welcome Summer, and welcome Marla, Denise, David, New Horizons, Mason. Of course, we said Magneticus is in the house. Ivan is here. JJ is in the house with us as well. Just want to welcome. So anyway, if any one of you want to take the challenge and sponsors today's show, you can do that in Super Chat or by Cash App, and then we will put your name on the screen, which will be here forever. As many people come, thousands of people watch these videos over time. And as we get 1 million subscribers, you're going to get hundreds of thousands of people going back over our videos, and you will be, you know, in time, you will be here. All right. So we got the body electric supplement here. Welcome in the house as well. So anyway, let's get down to, like I said, a conversation. First of all, what are you, and put it in the chat, what are your perspective, if any of you've heard about this, that the Obamas are going to do, I think it's going to be more of I don't think it's going to be a documentary all the way. It's going to be kind of like a reenactment, is what I was told, or, well, I was reading a little bit. But what are your thoughts, period, about this particular story? Barney Hill's actually a what? I'm trying to see. Okay. All right. We're gonna tone down on some things, but it's cool. But anyway, what do you guys think when you get down? All right. So we got some hackers in here tonight that's putting all this stuff. Let me get on it and block these users right now. Okay, I got them. All right. So at this point, so what do y'all think about this? Someone says strange timing. Okay. Why do you say that, Truth? Why do you think it's a strange time that they're coming out with this documentary? And Summer says, I want to hear it too. Okay. Yeah, because once again, it's he was on a show a while back. I don't know how many months back, some 6, 7 months, 8 months, a year, or he was on one of those night shows, and they asked him about extraterrestrials and everything else, or ETs, aliens. Now he did come back and say, hey, you know what, there's things flying around that we don't know what it is. We don't know what, we don't have any identity for it. Everything's short, but saying who was driving those things. So I think it's pretty encouraging, and I think it's pretty it says a lot for a former president to be involved in a story such as that. I think that right there sends a huge message. And what it should do, though, is send a huge message to the minority community that I'm talking about when it comes down to Project Black, people who don't want to start the conversation. Because if these two people get up here and now in this movie are talking about, obviously, they got to be believers in what is happening to be a part of a thorough show like this. Makes perfectly sense, correct? And so again, what are y'all thoughts? I don't see much anybody's let me make sure I'm not just missing that, but I don't see a lot of people in there. Oh, okay. Elizabeth said I don't think it's going truthful. Okay. It may contain some truth, but they won't disclose gravy. She was gonna say sugar honey iced tea. I get it. I have a little cold right now, so y'all work with me. True say maybe it's an agenda or something going behind the scenes. I don't know. I still, maybe it's preparation, and it's a soft disclosure is already happening, and I'm sure it ain't about the money. They got money, and so for them to, but I think it's part of their production company, and so it's one of those things that I think it really has some merit to it, and that's one of the things that we're going to do. But when you start looking at, we got government disclosure, we have the DOD, putting out about a couple of weeks ago or last week, saying there's 500 types of UFOs that they're reporting, which is a little small number compared to what is happening out there. And then you have, people. That was Jeremy Cabell was sent to me by Nicole, was saying that they know of 3 whistleblowers who's already went forward now, that's going to be coming out pretty soon. So I think we're going to get shake, rattle, and roll. We're getting ready to get some great stuff when it comes down to this ufology stuff. So from there, and once again, definitely. And let me say this: anybody with $2 super chat, somebody can sponsor the show tonight with $2. Okay, your name could be in lights here and support the show. Be today's sponsor. Let me check my phone, just make sure I didn't receive a Cash App and didn't know it, and they are the sponsor. Okay, no. But anyway, yeah, you can sponsor tonight's show and put your name across the screen, and then whoever decides to do that. All right. And but anyway, I think make sure y'all like the videos. Make sure you like this video and everything else from here. And then we'll do that. But yeah, so I think it's a big deal. And let me give you the reason once again, as I went right into the story why it's a big deal that Netflix, and by the way, I have a couple of things on the table out there talking about some UFOs with a couple of these networks myself, and so I know we're moving toward an era that they want this information out here, and they're looking to tap into a whole nother audience. Because you better believe that Netflix is intended. All right, so we do have. All right, so Summer is our new sponsor, and let me change it. And she says 1111. All right, now you go, girl. All right, so let me put our new sponsor name up here, and it is Summer. So I want all of you to give Summer a shout out, and there we go. You are the new sponsor right there. Bam. Yeah, y'all give Summer a shout out. Let me put the banner across, which I already did. Okay, let's show this thing. All right. 1111. Let me make sure I got what you probably want. Where's what we got? Yeah, there we go. All right. So our show sponsor is by Summer. So everybody give Summer the shout out 1111. There you go. Please do, because it's definitely a beautiful thing supporting us in the new show sponsor. And as you know how it works, if someone else decides they want to give a little more than that, then you will become. But in the meantime, Summer, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You have a choice to use Cash App or the Super Chat. But as Summer probably heard me verbally say, the Cash App did a more immediate impact. And so I think she understood that. So thank you. All right. So let's get back down to what we're talking about here. By and let me just make this. If that was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, if they're still a couple, and I don't think so, but if they was doing that story, then they would probably tap into the same demographics of people who's been knowing about this story over the years. But by them now, Michelle Obama and Barack Obama doing this, they're tapping into a whole new audience. They're going to get both. They're going to get the people who have already been following ufology, who's already been in there, and they're going to get a whole bunch of new set of eyes from a whole nother, anyway, from an African American culture, an indigenous culture is going to tune into that show because they're going to draw a whole new crowd. And this is what these networks are looking to do. It makes perfectly sense. And so it doesn't, being in the right place at the right time with Project Black was perfect because we are going after new stories ourselves and bringing those forward. So it just further give me the not assurance, but the fact that I'm on the right track. We are on the right track. The whole community is on the right track to do what we're going to do. And I think that's pretty much from there. Summer, you get a bunch of shout outs there. And thank you, everybody. Roderick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we're doing it. We're doing it. Clement said minorities can feel more comfortable speaking out about these things. Absolutely. So I've already thought and seen in a vision that Project Black is going to do millions of people over time. And it was something that just kept, I was losing sleep about it over and over and over. And it was something I was apprehensive about at some point. And if you didn't know, Project Black is an acronym for Black League of Alien Contact Knowledge. Okay. And that's something that we initiated last week. You can find to communicate about that in the space of the Truth Seekers community. Once you enter in there's a collection about Project Black that you can get in there, share some stories, talk, communicate with other people, as well as all the other spaces open to everyone. It's not an exclusion. All we're trying to do is start the conversation. That's the bottom line. And for me being a UFO investigator, and doing all these TV shows and things, I strictly seen the data points that there are a very, very indicators that show how disproportionate our stories, our reporting, and representation when it comes down to this in the indigenous community as well as African American community. So my goal was to put a light on it, shine a light on it, Hopefully, more people start the conversation. And seeing this makes me further know that we're in the right place because it's going to start a whole new conversation for Barack Obama and his wife doing the show. So if you just hopped in with us, we're talking about Netflix a show that's going to be released called White Mountain, and this is the show, and I think they're a production company, Barack Obama and Michelle's production company, but they're going to be reacting the Betty and Barney Hill story, which was a interracial couple back in the '60s, where there was extraterrestrials presence, there was abducted, and also they had people that regressed them to make sure there was truth in their story. So if you haven't heard about it, check out the story. But what's so amazing about it, even when you start bringing up this in ufology, and then people say, well, if I say, well, tell me some stories that you've heard African Americans in, everybody's pointing out, oh, Betty and Barney Hill. And I'm like, okay, that's 50-50. Give me a 100%er, and that's where, you start digging around and you start seeing scarcity when it comes down to these stories. Last week, we had our first show where people was sharing their story, Leonard and Tim, and they both start sharing their stories of high strangeness is what I called it. And it just went off really well. Next week, we got two more people sharing their story. And then we're going to have people every week here and both when we do our Tuesday night show, because now we're going to bring those things forward. And so it's just an amazing, amazing time that we're in. And like I said, aligning up with those stars there. So once again, all right, so let's do it. We have a new show sponsor, which is Spartan Shield. Let me go ahead and change this in Summer. Thank you so much for initiating it all. And let me edit the thing right here. So we have Spartan Shield, and thank you. Let me put the name here, and everyone give Sparta a shout out there. So change that. Be patient with me because it's all worthy. Believe that. All right. So save and scroll. All right. So there we go. So today's show is sponsored by Spartan Shield at $20. Thank you. And again, if any of you feel that you want your name and lights across the screen, embedded for years to come, and many, many people, maybe later on your great grandkids may say, man, I was on that Why the Big Secret show the stuff they did, in 2023, and my Uncle Spartan and my Aunt Summer and all of them sponsored that show. And there we go. And hopefully the Cash App is still up at that time, and they'll be like, okay, I'm just going to still give. And bam, as I sit back and rolling around in my 80s and 90s, and boom, it hit the phone and be like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So anyway, so it's all good. So once again, so it's an amazing part that's going to be going down when it comes down to this, and make no mistake about it. So we would do that. So anyway, everyone, I didn't see enough. Yeah, you go. Y'all give Spartan Shield a thank you, a great shout out, all of you. And if you are watching this, please like the video, as we can do that as well. So we are in some great times. We are in great times. I can't really even fathom the way to emotionally give you guys the indicator that it's getting ready to get real. It's going to be good, and then nothing will be the same ever again as we go down with Project Black and begin to bring stories, bringing a collective people together. But once again, it's necessary. Is what we're going to do. I mean, we're going to do some online events. We're going to do some live events. We're going to get people in all walks to really. And I can't wait till we have some live events and people are sharing their stories live and emotion, and everybody's here. We have a collection of those things. I mean, it's going to be huge. And so, if any of you, again, that is going to be part of this, get into the Truth Seeker community. Also, we have Area 51 in that truth seeking community is now activated. We're about to start putting content in it. So let me make sure I do a expectations. It is our own private secret area. As I announced on our website, we have a waiting list of a couple of hundred people. We're going to send that list out at the first of the month. We're in pre-launch to letting them know that they can enter. And they all saw the video. They all heard me say it's going to be $27 a month. They can get $250 for the whole year and save $60 some and get a free hat or a mug. But right now it is $19.95 and it's $197. And we've had several people. Girlfriend of Bay, she's already has contributed to help there. I mean, it's going to be a blessing place. So, but you have to go into the Truth Seekers community, and you can go in there and sign up and save you a few bucks. But over time, it's going to be I talked to Billy Carson today. We was talking, and we're going to put content off in that secret area too. It's going to be one of the best place ever for our community. That really, as we into this thing, I call high strangers. That's my word. But we're going to really change some lives there, and pretty much. And he was like, Roderick, go for it. Go over to my 99 app and tell everybody to come in there that wants to be part of the Truth Seeker community. I believe in what you're doing with Project B.L.A.C.K. He's going to support that as well. It's going to be massive. And I just can't wait real quickly. My first production meeting is January 31st. Okay. I'll tell you why. Then I got the phone call today, and it says, what are you doing on March 9th? I said, nothing. All right, we're booking your flights to come to Florida, and we're going to start your first 2 or 3 episodes or stories for your new TV documentary. And it is starring me, not about UFOs. All right. Okay. We still got our people. Who are these people keep spamming us? Oh, okay. Let me kill that right there. We still, well, anyway, starring me. It is it's going to be a Forbidden Knowledge Productions. His sister is a world-class weightlifter, if you ever seen her, and dietitian and all that. So it's going to be a weight loss show, a bunch of episodes with my journey of losing, or not even the word losing. We don't do that anymore. Releasing, make sure we make the term on that. Releasing the weight that I don't need, getting that sexy, okay, I'm all right now, but I'm talking, we're going to improve this thing, right? Or actually go back, because I was there. And let me show y'all something. I just got this is an old picture of me and my children. But look, check this out. I'm going to bring it up on screen for y'all. And hoping this camera focuses in on it. Let's see. There you go. Ah, look at that. That's me and my daughters. That's 20 years ago, if not longer. Yeah. So anyway, so I will be in Florida, and we will start that TV show along with 3 others that I'm working on. But that was going to be beautiful. And so, man, I'm just, I'm just really blessed to be around some great people that I call friends. That circle is really small. And there's people in here I call my friends as well. And but just to know what 2023 is happening with the show, Project B.L.A.C.K, 3 or 4, I'm like 6 documentaries I'll be doing this year. I'm gonna be touring in Europe. Got a couple of books coming out, that you guys are going to love. All of this stuff is coming, so it's gonna be beautiful. And I just can't wait to just to be there in the future and then make it in the now. So it's coming. So anyway, yeah. So we're going to be doing. Yeah, thank you. Someone said beautiful picture, and you and your family. Yeah, that was my daughters, or they still my daughters. They're grown women now, but they was young then. That's when I was a single dad raising kids by myself for some years. Oh my God, I used to have to take them to the beauty shop and ask women to comb their hair, because I didn't know how to comb their hair. And they used to laugh at me. I'll bring them in. Can y'all comb their hair? I'll pay you. So it was crazy. Oh, it was crazy times. But anyway, so yeah. So let me get back, and I took a detour. Let me come back to you and say that, yeah, we're going to again have a real good change when a lot of these shows and things come out. And so you really, really, really want to do. And so if any of you, once again, want to get into Area 51, the expectation if you join today, we initially going to start adding content sometime during the week and all of that, and it'll just be on a regular basis. You can do that, and you can actually go into Area 51 right now, and you can secure your spot, and support the channel, and you will be part of the inner. And we would always acknowledge all of you that do that. And it's a way to support that community and some things that we're doing for there as well. So you can do that and go right in and seamlessly do it, and we'll give you a shout out when the time comes as well. All right. So is there anybody got any questions? Because I do want to open up some UFO talk with you. We don't do a lot of that as much as I would like to, and dig deep into where this disclosure or anything in particular that you think is pretty much. So we can have an open conversation, and then I'm going to get back on this story once again and some other things I want to point out about it. So in the chat, is there anything on disclosure, any questions that any of you may have? And we can kind of do that as well. All right. So let me see here. Yeah. And all right. All right. So yeah. So we got people posting those little thing you hear. It's conversations that's going on in the Truth Seekers community. And they're talking in there. Oh my God. Like I said, we have almost 1,000 people in 4 days. That's a lot of people joining that community. And I've probably gotten over 300 messages of people thanking me. It's needed. This is where we need to be. But we still want more people chattering in there too. There's a few thought leaders that's leading all this conversation. So we definitely want more people to do. All right. Let me look down in here. Y'all just talked that into existence in New Year's party, and y'all are act fast. I know, right? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, when I came back from New Year's Eve with me, and after I walked out of Billy and Elizabeth's home, it was just crazy. It was crazy. And so let me throw this up here right now. Pam, thank you for the super sticker, $10. Thank you for the support to the show and everything else. And so let me just put that on the screen of your support. Spartan Shield is still our show sponsor at 20. Anyone that gives more than 20 will become the new show sponsor. But Pam, thank you for the contribution. So everybody give Pam a shout out as well. And thank y'all for working with me through this cold I have right now. I went to the doctor and caught a cold at the doctor. That is so crazy. And then he offered me flu shots, and I was like, "Oh no!" And I walk out cold. I don't have a flu, I don't think, but it was just a cold. I'm like, it was a setup. I know it was a setup. But anyway, and then So, but yeah, thank you. Somebody said thanks, Pammy. All right, Pam, thank you. Shout out to Pam. Yes, thank you very much for that as well. So, disclosure. Anybody got questions about disclosure? I know it's a lot of you in here. So what do you think about disclosure? And then once again, we're still talking about this show, Betty and Barney Hill, that is now going to be coming out, the story. And you're talking about Barack Obama and Michelle Obama stepping out. Do you imagine the blowback that they're going to get from the other side? And I'm not talking politicians. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just this other side of the community that may not, just can't fathom. And now you got a ex-president, okay, and the first lady tying themselves to a UFO topic, literally. This is unprecedented. I mean, unprecedented. If I'm saying a word, Lonnie got it. Put the word in there for me, Lonnie. This is this has never happened. It's crazy, but it's beautiful though. Take some collodion silver. Okay, let me write that down because I've been really trying to fight it on my own, but it was kicking my butt last night. I'm talking. I went to the steam room, tried to steam it out, and I got steamed out of there. Shoes. All right, I just wrote that down. Thank you, Elizabeth. And but this has never been. This is like history in the making. Everyone, I'm serious. I don't know if anybody understands how big this is. Not the story, but the them being connected to extraterrestrials, aliens, and all of those things. That is out of this world. Okay. And it's going to stamp ufology. We're going to get probably a whole new million people come running to get information. I'm serious. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. And it's going to be huge for our community. It's going to be unprecedented. Okay, there we go. Are you trying to say, not am I trying to say, I was trying to say, yes, unprecedented. Yes, that's my show producer. You get that? All I got to do is just wish for the words. And then it just comes across this screen. And then I can go back and correct myself before somebody else says, oh, you know what he was saying is right there. I can do it and I can say it over and over again. That's how we roll. All right. So, but yes, it's huge. All right, girl from the base, I'm gonna help you pronounce that. Y'all are funny. Y'all are so funny. Okay, press addicted. I love y'all. I love my crew. I'm telling you, I got the best crew in the world and support. It's just y'all are just so great. Y'all so great. All right, let me keep it going. Y'all gonna make me laugh and cry out of tears of joy. How about that? And like I say, I got a Rudolph red nose tonight. This thing is kicking my butt. All right. So anyway, yeah. So it's gonna be a huge show. I'm gonna break that word small right now. It's gonna be a huge show. It's very big, never been done before, unknown, everything but that word. Precedent, unprecedented. Okay, so wait a minute, unprecedented or precedented? Okay, so it's going to be either or, but y'all can. All right, so the herbal goddess says, magnetics said, unpressed eye dented. All right, y'all cool people. Garlic, ginger root, oranges. I've been drinking some. I think I grew a damn orange tree. I mean, but cuties, those cuties. I hope they count because I've been chewing down on no bad boy. Then I had these blood oranges that I have in there. They're kind of weird, for the color and stuff. So I was like, okay, all right. It will spark a tremendous buzz. Yes, it's gonna. I'm telling y'all, yeah. I'm just get ready for all of you believers, and you got people who don't believe, who says this UFO story, this stuff is crazy. That blah blah blah. When that show comes out and the connectivity, from the former president and his wife just talking about, okay, so unprecedented means it never happened before. Huh. All right. All right. That's cool. All right. We'll go with that. All right. So we in it. We in it now. You have COVID, Roderick? No? Shoot, I don't need no, I tested I have a home study test and stuff, so I'm fine. But you remember I caught COVID some months back. Oh, it kicked my butt. But and I don't need it. I'm a high risk across the board, right? So no, this is just a little. I've been sneezing, just a cough and cold, and sniffles and all that kind of stuff. So we'll go with that. If you're cloggy feeling, try spicy food. It's one thing I cannot eat is spicy food. I'm telling you, my nose will start running. It is crazy stuff like that. It'll help you sweat it out. I'm gonna go back to the 24-hour fitness we have here in Dallas, Texas. There's one not over there by the house, and so I'm gonna go and get into the steam room again. Let me see what time if we was finished. Yeah, I have plenty of time. They shut it off around midnight, so I'll go over there and spend some time. And it worked really good last night, and so I may do that again and spend some time and sweat things out a little bit. So it was pretty cool. Ginger and lemon. Okay. The oranges will knock it out. I promise. Regular oranges. Well, I just drank some orange juice. What about orange juice? I just bought a whole, and I killed that thing too. Yeah. So we'll do that. Yeah, it's got my nose just, oh my God. It's crazy. And I talk. That's what I like to do. But anyway, yeah. So if you got people that don't believe when this show comes out and the association between Obama's and this old Betty and Barney Hill story alone is going to tweak their curiosity that these people wouldn't put their reputation on the line to be associated with a show or even a topic, period. Okay. So once again, they got to be believers. And also they're African American. So this sends a wave out there, a huge wave of courage, number one, and a whole 9 yards for them. And let me put it this way: I would assume, this is my assumption, that had he was the president of the United States for 8 years, the commander in chief. Okay, for he must. This is just my assumption. He must have got some proof because he wouldn't go out there on this speculation. Now, if he get there on this show, so I'm not saying what I'm saying. I'm just talking. That's a whole different story. But must have gotten some proof for him to be able to say, I'm going to go out and put my reputation on the line and be associated with a UFO alien abduction story. That is where we are. And that's the time that we are. And it's going to pop from there. I'm telling you, a cup of honey takes tablespoon of ginger, man, tablespoon of garlic, a tablespoon of turmeric, grind it, combine it, mix well, take a tablespoon 3 times daily, and then you will have somebody else says drink some gin and get 3 blankets. Yeah, I had the chills the other day. Man, I slept last night and the night before, I slept in my jacket, everything. And I was still cold and under the blankets. I was like, man, this is crazy. And pretty much from there. So, yeah. All right. Somebody says when Jimmy, yeah, that was when Jimmy Kimmel. I said that early before you got in here, Liz, that Obama, he was like, we got things flying around, right? He didn't everything but aliens is one of the things from there. So Mickey Broad, we ain't seen, Mickey, you ain't been here so long. It is so much has happened. We got a Truth Seekers community now. You need to check out there's a link below in the video. You go in there. It's an app that we have now that's dedicated to the Truth Seekers and stories. Let me just explain that real quick. It's been a while since you've been here. We just launched it about a week ago. But anyway, there are spaces within this community where we talk about UFOs, the movies, religion, and aliens, the Anunnaki. We got metaphysics, the paranormal, the conspiracy lounge is in there, the cryptid places in there. Operation B.L.A.C.K is in there. Is what we just launched, and pretty much in Operation Black or Project Black. I'm sorry, is an acronym. And BLACK stands for the Black League of Alien Contact Knowledge, where we're now going to get everyone to start focusing on the indigenous and African American communities, so we can find these stories, get more people to talk about it, feeling more comfortable bringing it up. And our tagline is "Start the Conversations," and it is beautiful. It's beautiful. We've already got people coming forward. What's going on, David? We got people coming forward, and it's just a beautiful thing. Okay. And so we're going to also got a blood clot from COVID. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah, so I did get vaxxed a few times. So and hopefully that's what helped me. And I'm not saying anybody should do it, but it's up to y'all. Yeah. So Victoria said my husband gets chills too. Those are all past COVID side effects, I believe. Huh. Well, like I said, just a couple of days. I was in I started doing water aerobics, just to let y'all know. And I don't think I told y'all, I started a few weeks back, and these old folks was in there, and they wore my tail out. That water aerobics ain't no joke, okay? And so it's just pretty much, yeah, channel is growing. We almost at 10,000 subscribers. That is really, really cool. That is something that We're going to have a celebration on. We're about 700 from that. So if y'all share the channel, put the word out. We're growing pretty quickly. Okay. And then when you see some of the content, I'm going to start adding in about 2 weeks. We're going to grow so fast. It's going to be so great. And what we're doing is just amazing. And like I said, if you join the Truth Seekers community, you can do that as well. Once again, we got our show sponsor. It's Spartan Shield at $20. If you would like to sponsor tonight's show, super chat or use the Cash App, which is immediately support. Cash App does. But anything over 20, you will be the new supporter. You can do $20.05, and you will be the new show sponsor. So you can definitely do that as well. 1 second, I got a cough. Yep, I had to get that out. Yeah, it's one of those. Let me go back and read some of the. Kirk says, I thought the Betty and Barney documentary was going to focus on Barney's work with the NAACP and how the two of them were breaking down culture and social barriers. No. This is all about UFO, the whole thing that happened. So they wouldn't even do that. It wouldn't make sense for him to do that. Barney's biggest contribution to society, I think, is his experience with the ETs and all of this. So that is something from there. Someone put 2023 on the table is what Magneticus says. All right. What would happen? He says someone put 2023. Oh, 2023. All right. Damn, I'm slow. I'm really slow. Okay. That was slow. Golly. Blame it to the cold. Yeah. So no, Barney's contribution, Hill, will be more of this story, because you got to remember he had said some things that people thought at first was off the chart nuts. And then when they had those people come back and then begin the process of regression them and find out there was truth in that, then there you go. And so it's one of those things. Girl from the base said, not too slow to recognize your slowness. I'm gonna go with that. And I could blame it on vision though. You know, I got some glasses. Boy, I can see them chats now. Gee. Whoa. Okay. Coconut water. I mean, I'm looking at it now. There we go. Okay. Zinc was spilling. All right. He said, David said, I found you today. I absolutely love the content. And I just got through watching the episode with ex-bishop. It was awesome. Yeah. You know what? That thing now has probably got about 500,000 views. That show is doing pretty good over there on Forbidden Knowledge TV. So thank you, David, for coming over to be a part of, Why the Big Secret as well. And pretty much. So, all right, Magneticus, nobody's taking up your challenge. Come on, you know what? 2023 is for all of us. So yeah, so somebody should do that, because it's a great way for all of us, okay, to do. So you can either do it by become the sponsor. Oh, shuck the duck, quack, quack. Magneticus, we almost swear. Let me put this up. We have a new show sponsor, $49.99, and that's Jen. And Jen is, we and her talk a little bit, and she got a great book coming out. And let me change this right now. Jen, you have changed the game, and let's do that. So let me hide the ticker, and let me put our new show sponsor up. Is Jen, and you all say hello and thank you and beyond to Jen, because we almost. That is, we had got a $50 chat before. So between Jen and that other person is the highest super chat we have ever seen on Why the Big Secret. And why is it a secret? I don't know. So we will do that as well. All right. Okay. So that show is up to 431,000. All right. So Jen, everybody give a shout out to Jen right now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Give a shout out to Jen. Yes, yes. I know. That's why I said girl from the Bay when I said it was 50 and 49. That's who I was talking about. You, Liz. So, yeah, that's when I said we had 50 and 49. You were the $50. Now, of course, let me be specific. You did give it to Forbidden Knowledge TV, which is okay because we're same team. It shows up the same, not the same, but it does. But it does. But either way, love to you. And you also now, hey, Girl for the Bay is part of our Area 51. She joined that in great ways. She's going to get a free mug. We're going to send her out one of the Why the Big Secret mugs. So she joined that as well, and pretty much. And so there we go. So look, she talking about, damn it. I know, right? But it's all still good. And come on, we need more. Y'all tell Jen, thank you some more. And so, and thank Victoria as well. And just why? I just say so. That's all I say. And but anyway, yeah. So okay. We got another super sticker. So now we have 2 sponsors today. So they're tied. So I'm gonna put both names there, Girl from the Bay and Jen. So let me do this right now. So both of y'all are together the show sponsors and girl. Let me do that. These days I'm just gonna say Liz. So I hope you get ready for that. Shorter than this. Okay, all right, calling the names. All right, so we taking it right there. So we have 2 right there. Let's do it. So we have double show sponsors for the first time ever, and we are there. So, boom. All right, so we have 2 show sponsors today, and that's how we rolling it here. And appreciate it, both of you. Kisses to both, and much love to both. Now, everybody give both of them a shout out right now. Get Liz a shout out, and also Jen as well. And Jen's got a book coming, and when it does, we're going to talk about it and put it out there, and pretty much put it all out to place there. So we're going to be doing that. Yep, Girl from the Bay and Jen. So we have 2 show sponsors today, and we'll definitely do that as well, and pretty much. But anyway, let's get back on what I was saying earlier, and we definitely, like I said, we're on to some big things when it comes down to what's going to be happening, and I'm down with the program. Yeah, okay. Mickey says, "Woo woo, Girl from the Bay, wash hands." Shout out to Girl from the Bay. Yeah, and Jen, both of them right there. So Magneticus, technically speaking, that will, if they go combined, that will be 98.99 would be the highest chat. Now we have never got $100 at one time, but I'm gonna make that look like $100. I mean, it's $49.99, $49.99, and so somebody can top it off with 2 pennies. I don't know what it costs you to super chat 2 pennies, but don't put your name out there like that and do that. That's too much chivalry, uh, you know. But anyway, yeah. Spartan, thank you, and thank all of you who've already who contribute tonight already. Anyway, so that is just something, a lovely thing. Yep, yep. Show producer said, "Didn't Girl from the Bay do that the other day?" Yes, she did, and she also did her annual part to the Area 51. So thank you. Yeah, and so much supporter and from that and all that good stuff. So another thing that what we're going to probably see if this whistleblowers thing began to produce fruit, we should hear some stories. Now, the only thing that I'm a little more cautious with is that the fact that whether it's the senators who are for disclosure and the ones who are not for disclosure, if both sides deem whatever that whistleblower says is a threat to national security, we're not going to hear about it anyway. It don't matter because they both took the oath for that, right? And so, what's the Cash App? Oh, thank you, David. It's right there on the top of the screen. I'm sorry. It's if you look up here, Cash App, $, why the big secret. That's it right there. So maybe we got an incoming. We'll look and see. She said, I don't know how I feel about Greer. I don't know. But he did. You see, he posted a call for whistleblower. Did he? Why would he do that though? Because they're not going to be protected if they go to him. I don't know about that one. I don't know why Greer would have do such an. I wouldn't do it. Greer told me, "Oh, come and tell me your story." He just. I don't blame him though. Yeah. So if any of y'all want a whistleblower, come to me too. Come to me too. Yeah. I don't blame him for one bit. I really don't. But I would say, now Greer, somebody said I don't trust him. Yeah. Get it, Pam? Oh, you sent Pam? Or you said get it, Pam? You sent you was asking for my Cash App, David, or you talking about Pam? No, I don't know. I was talking about the income. I thought we had some income. All right. So Pam, y'all talking about Pam Grier, the movie star? Cash App goes directly to Roderick passing YouTube. Absolutely. It sure does. Right there. Let me put that up there right now. Boom. But please don't stop doing what you're doing though. Either way, it's coming down the pipeline. It's coming. So, and it's easy for you to do it in the app. That's fine. That is not a problem at all. So what? You would go to Greer? Lonnie said she would go to Greer before the Pentagon. Yeah, but you go to Greer, you ain't protected. If you say some crap that that can get you in trouble, and they come over to the house and take them 6 dogs you got, or 7. I don't know how many dogs you got now. 8. They just every time we talk on the phone is a new dog. I don't know, a dog with 4 legs. How many legs? 4 times 6, 24 legs. Little dogs. But yeah, they come in and take all your dogs. You need protection. You got to go the other route. If somebody says some stuff that really means something, or call out one of these contractors with a black ops project, yeah, we're not protected now. We're not protect now. Oh, well, I get to correct my show producer. You mean ED? Protected? Is that what you mean? Do I need to type that up? Protected is what she was trying to say. She said protect. We're not protect now. She mean protected. That's what I thought. I got one. Ha! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I got one. Girl from the Bayside, I'll go there before Dr. Greer. Yeah, no. You just don't like Greer. I get it. I'm with you. Yes, right. The big ED. She left off the ED. I'm with you on that. Yes. And Jen says, Dana, he went through Lonnie. What? He went there, Lonnie. Yeah, I did. I had to, Jen. I had to do it. I had to call it out. Called it out. I won't get but one of those every month or two because she don't make those in, but I get to do it. Oh, you saying no? You'll go to you, or you'll come to me. That's what I'm talking about. Anybody else you want to share your story, and this is something that's going to get you put in jail. It's going to get your family and everything, all your stuff taken. Bring it to me. I mean, when they do all that to you, I got your back. I'll make sure I tell everybody you came to me as a hero, and I'll speak up for you. While they take you off in handcuffs and never see you again. I mean, it's just one of those things, but they would do so. No, I'm just laughing. No, we're going to protect each other because we in this thing together. We're truth seekers is how we roll. In fact, we're so much of truth seekers. Let me just, give y'all a quick taste of the truth seekers real quick. 30 seconds right there. Check out the words.
Question. Why the big secret? Truth seekers, but really the true leaders. It's time to get the facts. facts from the big secret keepers. UFOs passing by when I look up in the sky. We're out here asking why, but we don't get no reply. We want disclosure, we need the actual facts. They're covering all the tracks, but we're not backing down. It's our time, stay on the grind. Why the big secret's about to blow your mind.
That's the short version of our song. Yeah. And I remember when I had that created, I told the guy, I said, I want an anthem. I want an anthem for the truth seekers, song that they can beat into, they can feel it. The message is, and he says, what's your message? I said, truth seekers. And I said, they're going to be the new leaders. He said, I got you. And I'm going to get him one day to make a little video and so y'all know who it is. And this guy is the bomb, really the bomb. He makes some great jams. In fact, we had a couple other styles to that you know, some demos that I had. And my favorite line is truth seekers is active true leaders. Yes. Yeah, that was it. When I first heard that, I was like, okay, we can deal with that. Yeah, we can go with that. And then I heard it again. I was like, yeah. And so what y'all hear when I do the intros is the long version. And then that short version is the one I really like because it goes UFOs in the sky. And yeah, so it's pretty good. I sing this on the bus. For real? Lonnie suggested I need to put it up somewhere where people can, you know, contribute and download it. So that's by popular demand. If that's what y'all want, we need to find a way. She's been talking about it from there. And let me check, make sure I missed any cash apps or anything. If you want to sponsor today's show, you could. Anything over $49.89. We got dual sponsors right now. You can cash out Why the Big Secret. That's immediate support. Or you could super chat it any way you want. You can super chat any amount that you want. You still be a contributor. Okay. Just to let y'all know you can do that. Okay. Put it up on Spotify. I'll see. Yeah. Cause I got full rights to it. So we own all the rights to the song and I bought everything. You know, the master of it all. So we own it all. Because I thought one day it may be a hit. And I was like, yeah, we'll make it a hit. All right, let me get back on track of some of the things that we can talk. Kiara said, hello, Roderick. My first live video and just sub to your channel after your interview with Dave at Spaced Out Radio. Welcome. We had a lot of fun there the other night. Dave is my guy. So I'm about to get him over here. But right now, he's the big fish. And so the big fish get to call the little fish. And then so I come at his, whenever he says, you coming on the show, I'm coming on the show. So, yep. Lonnie says, I've been telling him to make it a music video and add it to Spotify and Apple, but he ignores me. Oh my God, I don't ignore you. You know how much stuff she tells me on a daily basis with a D? And how much stuff she tells me weekly, and I'm talking weekly with 2 E's, not W-E-A-K. Shoot, that list is like way up there. But we're going to move it up to the front. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right, so is there any questions that anybody want to, I can attempt to answer when it comes down to anything with MUFON, UFOs. Also, February the 10th, my first episode of Ancient Aliens is going to air February the 10th. This whole episode is about MUFON and UFO investigators, and I will be in there. So y'all need to definitely check that out. From there, Mickey says she'll be looking forward to seeing this white mount. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to see the people who looking forward to see the thing, because that's what's going to be huge. Why the Big Secret? Yeah. And so, yeah, I'll be on Ancient Aliens, and that is huge. That's going to be one of the biggest places. So I filmed 3 episodes, but this one will be the first one aired. The other ones, I have some segments in some of the episodes. This one is, I don't know how many UFO investigators are going to be featured in that, but yeah, we'll be in there talking. Is it based on true life? Which one? What are you asking, Goldie? Is you talking about the new movie for the Obamas? Yeah, they're based is if you're talking about that, they're basing on a true story of Betty and Barney Hill, which was an interracial couple that actually was abducted by aliens and actually saw 8, 9, 11 aliens, and They abducted them, probed them, did a lot of stuff to these people. So that's going to be huge. But the fact that we have the former president and his wife, and what's bigger than it's the former president and his wife, or what adds to it, is that they're ex-presidents and the first lady, but also they're African American, and so this is going to reach a whole new demographics, and it's going to open up the conversation that we all are having in Project Black that has been initiated to reach the conversations in the indigenous and African American community. Because once again, we just want to start the conversation. You don't have to be Black to be a part of it. I mean, it's not exclusive. Anybody can be part of the Black League of Alien Contact Knowledge. Just us as a community, we're going to go into some areas that is disproportionate when it comes down to stories and representation, and there's a lot of reasons, and so I just think this particular documentary is going to also help lift the conversation for Project Black, because we can just go. We got references now, so it's pretty cool. Yes, that means that Ancient Aliens is on Hulu. It's a History Channel. Ancient Aliens History Channel. So Goldie said, I remember they got brutally abducted. Yeah, they did a number on them. They was really curious. So that is something that's cool. Once they're from there. All right. So all right, I'm just checking. No new notices from the ching sign over here. All right. So hopefully we have anybody who wants to be a new sponsor of the show. But in the meantime, Jen and Girlfriend of Bay, both of you are our co-sponsors today because you did the same amount. So that's a beautiful thing. And so we will definitely accept that all the way. And we probably had the highest contribution show I have ever had if we accumulate all this today. So that's beautiful. And that gives a lot of hope of what we're trying to accomplish. So let's see here. Thoughts on the UN discussing UFOs. It's about time. If the UN is doing it, that is even, hold on. See, I had to sneeze it out right there. And there should be another one coming right behind that, but not yet. So if the UN is doing it, it's I was looking and left in my office. My Kleenexes is in there, but we'll be all right. It's just me in here. If the UN decides that they're gonna, thank y'all for the blessings. If the UN decides that they're gonna come out with a story or start talking about UFOs from the UN side, that's huge because the UN is who's blocking everything around Antarctica and all those places we know some stuff is really happening. If they're willing to come out now, and that'll go all the way back to what happened to Admiral Byrd and why all of that was formed, okay, then we really about to see some stuff. So I would definitely, if that happens, email contact@whythebigsecret.com. Give me some heads up on all of that because that's going to be really huge from that as well. David said, I really don't like the word believers. Believe means hope in the unseen, and we seen things that I would be known as knower. Okay, that's cool. Because when you asked for that Cash App, I believed I was a believer that was ching ching. But I know now that it's going to go off from you. I know that's so shameless, ain't it? Y'all can talk about me on it. Y'all really can. That was bad. I shouldn't. Sorry, David. I shouldn't have threw you out there like that. That's bad. Ice walls. We talk about ice walls in the Truth Seekers community. I think they're doing. I don't know if you've been in on that conversation, Gene, but there's a lot of conversation about ice walls, and it's pretty cool. Eddie says, "Hello, Rod. What's going on, Eddie? Welcome to the out here tonight with us. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff there to really do some things, and we could definitely back to that UN thing. That is probably one of the biggest things out there. So I think it's pretty much that we could do. Uh, and really, I can't wait. If the UN start talking about this UFO stuff, it's on. It's on. Yeah. So Lonnie, she loves the ice wall conversation over there in the Truth Seekers community. And so the Truth Seekers community, if a lot of you didn't know, is a new community that we launched, and it's for we can have conversations. Okay. We can have uh, you know, uncensored, it's a safe place where people can share their stories, have all of these things that they could want to do there. It's a beautiful place. You can get to it by the web address. You got to put the three W's in it, truthseekerscommunity.com, or there's a link right here in the video right now. You can click it, go right into a sign up, come on board there. Also, there's all these spaces. Okay. And the spaces is where the conversations that we have a live chat. We have share your story. If you want to be on our show, there's a section there you can request, and we'll bring you into a private space where we can talk about your story and say, okay, let's see how we can put you on one of the future shows if you're ready to share your stories. We got Anunnaki conversations going on, metaphysics now, the paranormal. All these are different separate spaces that you can get into. And don't just be a fly on the wall. Go in there and post a comment, ask a question, post a poll, or you can do a little blog articles. If you're a new thought leader, you want people to kind of come back to your YouTube or whatever, post some good stuff, some good content. Now, we no politics. Please, no politics, no, politic pictures, none of that, because that community is all together as one. And there's one or two divisive things that can divide a community in no matter where it is and it could be a bunch of dogs. You put politics in there and they start talking about a bone is just a bone, and to two lions or two dogs got to have it, they're going to fight. No politics, period. Even though we got a conspiracy line, just don't tie it to politics. Just go somewhere else with it, just to keep everybody from going. Because the last thing we want is all of a sudden, yeah. And so there's the link right there in the chat. Let me go back. Somebody said something earlier. Nuya said, my great grandfather was named Roderick, and everyone called him Rory for short. You ever heard that? No. In fact, my name is Roderick. And I used to have people call me Rod for short until I started looking up the meanings of your name. And so when my parents decided to name me Roderick, it had its own name. It's from Jermaine or Germania or whatever they call it. Ruler, king, something like that is the meaning of it. So years and years ago, I started saying, no, my name is Roderick. So that the name that was given to me and the meaning of it shines its way into eternity, into destiny, and where we're going with what we're doing. So Rory was way off. I never heard something like that, but I get it though. Unfortunately, both are tied to UFOs. I don't know what's hyperlinking, but whatever it is, copy and paste. Hyperlinking meaning if in the chat, Lonnie, if you put the I'm gonna answer a question for her. HTTPS, then you put the colons and then the // then the www. They can just click it through the chat and go through it. In fact, I'm gonna be the one to do this. Let me do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Yeah, let me do it. Yeah. Let me do it. I got this. I got this. I got it. No, don't put it in there. I got this. Got it. Got this. I got it. That's this. Boom. Well, it should hyperlink where they can click unless they don't allow that. But that's what it's supposed to look like. Oh, I messed it up. Oh God. Let me delete that. Don't y'all I didn't put the .com. Yes, I did. I should have put a dot after the www. So let me redo it like I'm supposed to. I messed up. I was rushing. I was at a moment to graceful moment that's rarely done. So I was just rushing to do it. You double check it before I push enter this time. We're all good. Better believe it. We're good. And if I don't get it right this time, she can do it. Okay. Oh, I messed it up again? No. Anyway, forget it. Y'all can find it. www.truthseekerscommunity.com. Yay, I did it right. Can you click it? There you go. Yes, I am sick. I have a cold and it is kicking a whatever ever. 2 letters. I mean, it's not no joke. Um, I've been fighting it off since Monday, Tuesday, maybe. And so today I drank a lot of vitamin C and vitamin D mixed in this orange juice that was in there. So hopefully the chills stop, and that was what was happening there. So it's pretty much from there. I plan on spending time on a Truth Seeker site. I hope so. It's a lot of stuff, but we're also looking for tomorrow's thought leaders or people who will move the conversations. People that are posting and has a and make sure you post. If you do in the right space. Some people post overall, and sometimes I got to move their stuff to the right space. But it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, and we thought right now we'll probably have a couple of hundred people. No, by tomorrow after we do this thing, we will have 1,000. Yeah, we're pushing 900 right now of new members within days. That's how hot this thing is for everyone in it to do from there. Let me look down here. I'm checking it out now. Thank you. Yeah, definitely check it out. And pretty much, but I guess I sound sick. So I am. I do have a cold and not COVID, but I got a cold and I'm doing okay. I think I'm going the downhill route with it now. I think it peaked out yesterday or today. If not, it's got to be, you know. All right, Sun Saver. All right, you said it. You used to enjoy writing and blogging. You go in there. There's what we call a quick post. You can post pictures and say anything. If you doing that, you look at the bottom. It's called expand. You click it. It'll let it turn into an article. And then the name of the app is called the Mighty Network. Now, Mighty Network will allow us at some point to pay big money to have our own Google and Apple and Android app. Now, I won't do that until we get way big enough and there's more people supporting the Area 51 because right now we're in pre-launch and it's free. It's going to be free, and so anybody can join it. It'll say choose your plan, and then the only plan there is free. And if you decide you want to get out of free, it's free. But Area 51 is our way that, Billy, we got Anthony, my boy, they're going to put a lot of content in Area 51 as the private area. Because you got the whole other community. So you got to plan, but Area 51 is going to be the private area. So yeah, we got our own Area 51. So I encourage anyone you to get access to that. But like I said, to set expectations, we just open it up, the whole thing. So we'll start putting content in it. But right now, it is at a special price, other than what everybody's been seeing. If you go to the Why the B.L.A.C.K and get on the waiting list, we have a lot of people got on the waiting list, and so when I activate that, then it'll go back to that price that we mentioned. Hang on. All right, I'm not going to stay too much longer because I am starting to cough a little more and all that good stuff. But regardless, let's give some thanks to everybody who has already been our show sponsors. We have the Cash App sponsor earlier. Let me make sure we give kudos to all of our people so that we do what we do. So Summer was 1111. She started it all out. And then it went on really good. I love the music you picked. Yeah, thank you. Um, and should I get on Apple or Mac for the laptop? Um, well, if you get a laptop, should I get an Apple or Mac? They're the same products, and so Apple and Mac are the same people. So that you know. So, but if it's, I don't have no Windows product or whatever. I got an Apple um, MacBook right here. I have an Apple phone, Apple iPad. I had an Apple Watch. It just broke on me, and I was getting in the pool. It said it was water. I think now water resistant, not waterproof. Learned that the hard way. And I have yeah, so I have all Apple products, and they kind of intersync with one another from there, and so we do that. Let's see. The Area 51 section sounds good, but I want to check out the Star Seeds. It's up to you. I mean, Area 51 is a paid access. Everything else is free. So yeah, check out the Star Seeds, posting the Star Seeds. There's a few people asking, putting questions up. Are there any other Star Seeds so they can all communicate with one another? So you can definitely do that. And pretty much do, yeah, that's cool. And yeah, so yeah, the Star Seeds part is that for it. Nick said, "Be careful, Rod. The Apple Watch has a known issue since the last update. It will trip and fall. It will, if you trip and fall, it will dial 911." Let me tell you something. I believe you because that thing has done some stuff, but it's okay because let me. This is a true story, Nick. One morning, my watch started vibrating. This is a true story. And I was like, what the heck? And when I looked, it was alerting me that my heart rate was up. And it was like, your heart rate is up, blah, blah, blah. And I'm feeling this thing. And I'm like, well, I wasn't having a heart attack. It was just like, really? And it's telling me, your heart rate is up. And it woke me up. It just kept vibrating for me to get up. And I thought that was just crazy. Um, and then it reported it, right? And it sent my medic, and then it actually called my brother, who I had on my emergency list. Thank you for the super sticker, $10. Appreciate it. Y'all get Kiara a big shout out from there. Give her a big shout out right now. And tonight we have probably had the best contribution of show that we have ever had here on Why the Big Secret out of all the nights we've ever had. So I mean, thank you for all of you, and I mean you value what I do here and the people around me that's helping me pull this thing off. And so it means so much. It means so much because I ain't gonna lie to you. I look at some of the other channels and see the support that they get because you know there's no I can't go fill out a job application and say, hey, I am oh wait a minute. There we go. David sent the $5. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, David, for the $5. Appreciate you from there. Let's see. All right, we got another super sticker from Sonia into the world news. Make sure y'all check out her YouTube channel. She does a lot of great storytellings late at night. So if you up late at night and you can't sleep and you want to just turn on the YouTube and lay down by the bed and let her tell you a story as though she was just telling you the Three Bears. She tells some UFO stories like that. So you guys definitely check her out. Yep, we gave a shout out to David. Thank you as well for the cash out contribution. And so, Magneticus, you can add 8 to that. Oh, all right now. So we are doing a lovely thing here tonight. Grateful people for people like you. Thank you. And y'all want to see me cry, but I'm a full grown ass ace man. So, but the love is real. Okay. The love is real because what I was about to say was that there is no job application for us. And, if you had an opportunity to see how much we put into all of this to give the content to do those things, then it is a beautiful thing and the expectations to make sure we come to you with what's going on and the plans that we have in the next month or so as we really go down. So y'all give Native a shout out, David a shout out as well in the chats, and yes, y'all make sure y'all do that, and also Sonya. So we got enough people in here can give everybody a shout out for their contributions and everything else. Yes, yes, we are doing good. And again, if anybody else want to give, you can do super chat, or if you want what I call immediate impact, meaning immediate, you can use the cash app right there. That's the thing. WhyTheBigSecret.com. And so tonight makes our highest ever. And hopefully it's not the last, but it definitely, says a lot. It really does. Because it's, when we started out with one or two viewers, one or two every night being consistent, there was nights that I couldn't come because I had to go try to hustle and put some stuff together. And there was a few times I was like, man, just quit. Don't, you're doing this, but you can't do it. But thank God I have not. 2023 is going to be amazing. And for some of you, if you just hopped in on March, well, January 31st is going to be my first production meeting for a new TV show that we're filming for Forbidden Knowledge TV. They said that they wanted me to come up there March 9th, and they said, are you available? I said, yeah. And they said, we're going to start your TV show, which is a weight loss show. It's got nothing to do with UFOs. They're going to work with me to release the weight, a nutritionist, world-class weightlifter, which is Maria Carson. And then my birthday is March 10th. So I was like, man, hell yeah. And they was like, oh, shit, we're going to celebrate your birthday while you're here, too. I'm like, heck yeah. So I'll be down to Billy Carson's house again and really enjoying it. And just really, they just really some great things. And so Matt says, how's life, Roderick? It's good, Matt. Appreciate it. And sometimes Roderick needs cash for gas. Absolutely, Magneticus. You could say it, because if I say it, then I'll be begging. If you say it, you'll be sharing the wealth, the knowledge. Also funny. But anyway, I mean, once again, everyone who support tonight, thank you for what you're doing. And most of you have, if you know me, I get people that reach out and have a question, and I call them. I call them personally and thank everybody, and I try to hold conversations that I can keep, and most people be surprised. They'll be like, "You call? Well, you put in your number to call. I don't know anything else to do. I'll call you." And sometimes people just want to talk, and sometimes they just want to share. But if you are here, you have a story, an experience, and you're willing to come on camera, um, hit us up. You can go over to the Truth Seekers community, and which is the link is here in the video down here, or www.truthseekerscommunity.com. You have to use the www for right now. I think it's still propagating, they call it. So you can't just use it without. But then if you go there, you want to hit that be on our show, and then Lonnie and I will get a notification, and then we will approve you to come into that private space, and then we'll talk about it. Roderick is a Pisces. Yes, I'm a Pisces. When is the next interview with Bishop? We did it. If you saw the first one there was a part 2 is on there already. And the first one's got 400 some thousand views. The second one's got 30. So I don't know how YouTube is working, but there is a part 2 to the conversation, David, on Forbidden Knowledge TV with Daryl. So we came back and did another one a week later, I think, or whatever. So if you saw the first one, go back to the channel and then scroll through and live, and then you'll see the second video. You'll just see his hat as the picture. So you can see that as well. McNagger said, remember, Roderick is the only one man, and we are many. Man, you speaking it. Shoes. If I was running for political office, you'll be my campaign manager. Shoot, you know what I'm saying? No, Lonnie will be the campaign manager, and then you will, yeah, she's a business strategist, so we have to go there as well. But you'll be part of the campaign, though. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be. Nick said, fellow Pisces. Actually, I hope you also know that all is it BS? Let me put it on screen. See what you're saying, Nick. What did he just say here? He says, a fellow Pisces, and actually, I hope you also know that's all BS, but I am, in fact, a fellow Pisces. All right. So, when your birthday, Nick? What day? So you got to be just had one or one coming. No, not had one. February is the month that it begins. All right, girlfriend of Bay. Yeah, appreciate your contributions and all that you do. I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow afternoon. So yeah, we're gonna be adding some more mods to our thing. So we'll talk about that as well. All right. The 29th. All right. Okay, cool. February 28th? No, it's got to be February, not March, because it stops in March 20. So you're February. How you be on a February 29th? Is that 28 days? February, I don't have 28 days. Or leap year or something. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. All right, Liz, girlfriend of Bay. We'll see you. Yeah. So Consciousness Fire Goddess says, hi, everyone. Mick said, I like the Bishop interview too. And David, I know I have to look for part 2. Yeah, there's a part 2 on there. So y'all go check that out. And I was due on the 29th. 22nd is the cuts. Leap year. Okay. All right. I figured that. So that means you don't have a birthday every 4 years? Is that how that works? If you're born on leap year? Oh, that sucks. Well, not as a grown man because you ain't getting no more gifts now anyway. So I guess we won't worry about that. But I bet as a kid, that sucked. Well, no, you're a good guy. Nick is a good guy, so it didn't suck. All right, so is there anything else we need to be chatting about? It is Friday. I know some of y'all probably want to go out and club, and or do y'all? I know y'all probably want to get out there and do some clubbing and all that good stuff. It is Friday night. Well, at least it's Friday here in Dallas. It is. It's still early. It's 10, but some of y'all just now like, when we finish, then we're gonna go out. Yeah. Oh, Mickey said I meant next year. Okay, this year is a leap year too. Is it? I didn't know that. Okay, well, is this year a leap year? Where's my? Wow. Okay, well that's cool. That's cool. Well, my birthday is March 10th. Let y'all all know. So, there will be a wish list on Amazon for Why the Big Secret wish list. It's open to the public. I don't know how you find that though. Can you just type it in? And then there'll be a lot of little things we're gonna need for production. There's some big stuff too, though. Big. It's Friday here in North Carolina. Okay. All right. It was Friday. Still Friday here. So it's gonna be Saturday in a little bit, right? Well, anybody in? Yeah, it's gonna be Saturday in an hour from now. No, actually, it's his birthday. It will be on the first of March any other year. Oh, interesting. Well, my birthday's on the 10th, so let's just worry about that because Nick got that covered. He got it covered. He's gonna get a gift. His son is there with him, and I mean, he's gonna get his. My birthday's March 10th. Oh, by the way, I'm thinking about going back bald. I don't know if y'all used to know. And you already shaved half of the beard. Y'all saw that. It's gonna come down a little more, and I'm thinking about doing my bald again. And then put on my little swag necklace and stuff, and bring back some swag and all that stuff too, and be prepared for the future because I want to be and am the, you know, the sugar honey iced tea in ufology when it comes down to our community. So I want to represent, and do all of that stuff. And we're pretty much okay. All right, we just chatting tonight now. We're at the tail end of what we're doing. Whatever makes you feel good. It's all good. I mean, it's still um I mean, I like who I am now. I love myself, you know, I do. But also there's improvement, or I can't say improvement because I went this way. I'm just trying to go back. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, we'll do that. And then because it's a lot of traveling. I'm gonna be in Europe next year. I mean, this year in August. Oh, are y'all aware of the Conscious Awards that Billy Carson is doing in July or June? It's the first of its kind. It's going to be a Conscious Awards where it's like the Grammys, but it's in the conscious community, and it's going to be in Miami. This place is huge. Got all these balconies. Um, I may be up for an award, so I'm gonna have y'all to vote for me because it's going to be a voting process too. All of that stuff. So if y'all heard of it, uh, that is going to be a beautiful thing. You can get tickets. Make sure you support that. It's going to be the first annual. That's huge. This dude is doing so much great things when it comes down. It's just incredible, and I'm just so glad to be in that inner circle with them and learning so much. Pretty much, yeah. So it's going to be a cool event. And then if any of you have businesses and you want to be one of the sponsors there, there's going to be like digital boards. It's going to, contact me at whythebigsecret.com. That's the email, contact at whythebigsecret.com. They have sponsorship packages and stuff. And they start about $2,500. So let you know, don't be like, I want to sponsor you, for $100. And I try to get, we got some new sponsors for this podcast that's coming up. And if you have a business, you want to sponsor our podcast that we're doing on, especially on other channels, the show, you can do that too. Yeah, Billy is awesome. So you'll see some sponsorships from Dr. Shape. And it'll start coming up next week. And so we'll be hitting that stuff as well. What's the 25 time 100? That's $2,500. Yeah. Will you live stream the event? That's Billy stuff. More likely he's going to tape it, and I'm sure he probably live stream it at some point. So I'm sure he's going to do that as well. Native said, I hadn't heard about that. This is awesome. Award show that I actually want to watch. Yeah. So it's going to be like a Grammys, but it's going to be for people in the conscious community. It's the first annual. And this place is the place that the event is going to be is bigger and more, more beautiful than the Grammys. This thing is like the bomb. And I should be able to just tell y'all at some point what the freaking name of the place. But yeah. Okay. So we have to do that this week. Okay, I get it. I just got an email from some stuff for the show. I mean for the European tour. So I have to give them some key points and what I'm gonna be talking. When can we expect your book? I'm working on one right now. And then the second one, both is kind of I'm trying to put them together because they kind of cross a little bit really well. But I'm working on one right now, and hopefully I think by April or May we should be doing it. I think Billy's going to be the publisher of it, so we'll figure that out on that. And then the second one, which is going to be a bestseller, period, will probably be out before we go to Europe. So that way, when I go on a European tour in August, it'll be out from there. New Horizon says, Roderick, you and Billy are my brothers. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We would do that. Will there be any slapping? Just kidding. I don't know. Sounds like a fun retreat. All right. Lonnie, are you still here with us? You know how we roll. And let me see. She does multiple things, and so I just want to know, is she here with us? And before we get out of here, because if she's not, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna call her up and then bust and see where she at. Let's see. I'm gonna call her right now. Hang on. We're gonna see. Yep, we got a call in show, y'all. We got the technology. Hi, this is Roderick from KVNIL. Can I speak with the woman of the house, please?
If you are calling about my lifetime warranty on my vehicle, I will pass.
Okay, well, we're calling about the lifetime warranty on your bicycle.
Oh,
Okay.
well, I do need some new tires. I would take that.
All right. So, anything you want to say to the audience before we get out of here tonight? This is Lonnie on the line, our show producer and business strategist. And so you've been, first of all, we had a great night of contributions tonight. So,
yes, y'all come join us in the Truth Seekers community if you haven't already. Join us over there. It's good stuff. If you're not there, you're missing out.
Yep. I tell you what, anybody in the audience that we have not talked to, if you want us to call you tonight before we get out of here and put some people on the air, how can we get them to give them a number without putting it in the chat, but I can call them, bring them into the show? What do you think?
You can put your number up and let them text it to you. That might work. Everybody and their mother.
Didn't everybody have my number?
They got your email. Look, I mean,
but you can't. You can't text to our team number. So it's 937 our team. You can text your number there, and I'll call you individually and bring.
Did you just make that?
No.
Y'all, hold on. Make sure he's up. Did you just make that up?
No, we've been having a number. Call it right now. It'll say, "Thank you for calling." Why the B.L.A.C.K?
This number.
You don't even have it. You already called me on a cell phone number, but if they call it, it's an answer machine. Thank you for calling. Why the B.L.A.C.K? If you have any questions, leave a message. Yeah, it's 937 ROUR team. Those are the 7 digits behind it.
Well, teach me something new today. All right.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, if you who is somebody if you cash app your Magneticus boy, you gotta go cash app your number. Cash app your number and we're gonna call you up on the show. That is some serious stuff there. I love it.
Magneticus.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, buddy. Hello.
Yeah. You talking about cash? Yeah, I would love to call some of you up and just y'all can meet and greet real quick. I have to do it one at a time. Well, I can probably 3-way. Yeah, I could 3-way. Few of y'all be up here with us right now. Yeah. I don't think nobody want Cash App and talk to us that bad though. Not that bad, but I get it.
They're trying to go to bed or go out.
Well, you going out? Are you and your husband?
I'm not. I'm babysitting.
Did y'all see Billy's show on Side Doesn't Matter? Him and Elizabeth tonight.
That's funny because we were talking about that on group chat and the men were not.
That was so funny. All the stuff they was talking about. But the statistics of what they was talking about, size doesn't matter, was something else. Okay, Jen said you can call me. Okay, hang on. I know Jen's number.
Okay, plug in.
No, you can stay here.
Oh, that's right. You could 3.
Yeah, I got an Apple phone. Hang on.
Okay, fancy. I got an Apple phone too.
Yeah, but everybody's not perfect.
You know what?
I get it. All right, Jen, I'm calling. I'm gonna bring her into the call right now. There we go. Y'all are hearing it. All right, Jen.
Yes.
All right, you're on the air with me, Lonnie, and the rest of the crew.
Hey, Lonnie.
Hey, Jen. How's it going?
Good. Did your kids get a salad again today, or was it just yesterday?
No, her husband was not doing that shit. He was like, enough of this green salad stuff. And he retaliated hard. I heard her tell my husband, can you?
Be like, I'm looking out for your health. It's okay.
Right.
Yeah. But
y'all got to be in the
so we live on YouTube. So look, Mickey talking about salad. Let me tell y'all, there was a time that a cow used to have to dress up like lettuce to get past my house, or broccoli or whatever. If they wanted to get past the house, dress up like a vegetable. You free passage. That's how bad it was. That's how bad it was. So, all right, Jen.
I love salad.
Any new stories on anything?
Not particularly. Working on parts of the, like, trying to get all the different places for my book made of like clay or foam. So
cool.
Nice.
Cool.
Okay. For you, Jen. Pardon? I got a question for you. Are you in the community?
yeah.
Okay. So question. What is your favorite conversation happening in there right now?
I don't know. I have like 3 of them going on. I'm very interested in this ice wall we were talking about yesterday or the other day.
Yeah, this ice.
I will say my book has taken a whole new, like, I have to incorporate all of this. So that's really cool. Another one is, let me pull it up so I can try. And one of them was, it's on the religion section. I'm probably gonna lose it.
Look, somebody else talking about they love those salads. All right, so let me back up. Since I got you ladies here on the phone, Lana, you already, Jen, you're not married, right?
No.
All right, boyfriend, because we do
Divorced.
Divorced. Okay. All right. So if you were to meet a new man, would you first want to verify that he believes in UFOs and aliens? Would that matter in your new relationship or not?
I would say, how open is he to exploring new ideas?
Yeah, but no, we got to go deep. You cannot leave it out there like that. New ideas is like, do I want to build a house out of straw, or,
No, like,
you know what I mean?
Like, are you?
And then
like, are you? Because like I have a best friend who, he's not huge into this,
okay.
but he's like, look, you can talk about it, and I'd love to listen and have the conversation. It doesn't, it's not my main focus in life, but I'm here to support you, and I love talking about stuff. And he's also a huge space nerd, so it helps.
Okay, so you're dating your best friend?
No, that's my best friend.
Yeah, wouldn't that make
married?
But wouldn't that make the best guy to date? Is the best friend?
Well, yeah, but he's married.
Oops.
And his wife is also my good friend.
Oh, well, that's a little too much. All right, that's fine. We'll get out of that. All right. So I'm gonna talk about I always ask them if they seen a UFO. Laughed out loud. First Campbell. I can't wait.
No, that's a real thing. That's one of the first things.
First conversation. I'm sorry, huh?
Yeah, that's one of the first things that I asked. Not if he's seen one. Me and my husband would not be together if he didn't believe in this stuff. I hate to say that, but I think our first time going out, I asked him if he believed in them, and if he would have said absolutely not, then I would have said we're done. Like, I don't think I could do it.
You would have walked away from that man, that provider, that king, that dude that tickles your fancy, all of that. Well, you wouldn't have known he tickled your fancy yet, because you wouldn't have done that before. Would you?
I would have known to me that we were not aligned. All that is important to me.
Look, you would have done that before. So all right. So Jen, since that's your best friend, let's talk about the future man in your life. Would you want him to? I mean, we can't go, do you explore opportunities? We got to go deep. Do you believe in disclosure, UFOs, aliens, extraterrestrials? You gotta home in on the
I think the more that I'm getting into it, because this is still new, like 2 years for me.
Right.
And I've been purposely single for most of it. The more I'm getting into it, the more it's becoming like it's a requirement, because now it's not just a part of who I am. It's a very big part of who I am. Not like a small personality quirk, but
that's what I'm saying. It's like, we got some new folks in the house. The social dig is in the house. We got, the social dig. We got New Horizon in. Of course, y'all No, Mr. Rob G. So, all right. So, and y'all let him know that December 31st has passed. No open disclosure yet, but we'll get we're going to give a 90-day lapse for you, Rob. So we'll do that. So, but here's the deal, though. I mean, even like myself, yeah, and I think I said this before, is that I met a woman, this a couple of weeks back, and she was just talking really good stuff. Unfortunately, and don't y'all take this the wrong way, she started really talking about Jesus Christ and church and all of that, and I just couldn't. Although still a Christian today, and I believe in all of but I couldn't have that as a conversation in my house in the future so deeply rooted, right? Because I deal with high strangeness. So I gave her. She says, "Well, what is your world like?" And I was like, "Oh, do you really want that question?" I'm like, do you want the air? I'm like, come on. Let me lay some hands. Let me lay hands on you before I answer that question, because I deal with mermaids. I deal with fairies and ETs and ghosts and fourth and fifth densities and sleep. Just I mean, my world is magical. I have a magical Disney world. And I was like,
for sure.
Unless you down with that, we can't roll. And she was like,
yeah.
First thing, you talking about demons? I didn't even say that. I said I'm in a magical world. So I knew right then, when I get back into this thing, and especially when I get out here, I mean, she can, whoever it is will support me, of course. And if they don't have to do the business side of what I'm doing, but at the end of the day, when we sitting at home having some conversations and our mom and dad come over, I'm talking about some UFOs and aliens. And I don't want to run them out either. So I need a whole generation of deep thinkers who I'm going to be involved.
I mean, with. I've had conversations with my daughter about aliens, and she's like, oh, "Aliens exist," and I'm like, "Girl, we gonna we gonna sit down and have this conversation. Of course they do." And she's super into it. So, but. Yeah, the more I think, because one, I'm so focused on everything else in my life right now that a relationship is it'll happen when it does. But I also know that right person, when they do come, will be open. If I've already put it out there in the universe, there's really no time to waste on stressing about it.
I get it, because there used to be a pre-qualified. You either have to boil them and check their credit. Now you boil them, check their credit, and ask them about UFOs.
Exactly. And they're like, "No, it's not for me." It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah, well,
sounds good.
I don't know about y'all. I mean, maybe, all right, I see some other people, that agree. Body Electric says you have to vet your potential partners. Absolutely. But I'm talking about specifically vetting, because let me tell y'all, and this is a true story. I've been a part of a lot of conversations when we used to interview people on Clubhouse. And there was a lot of conversations to where even grown men, they would come up there and cry. And even now, they never told nobody their stories. Okay. But they can tell their spouses where the bodies are buried, everything they did, crimes they committed, but they wouldn't share the UFO side of things. Why? As though that was just, I don't want my spouse. One guy told me, he said, I didn't want my wife to think I'm crazy. All right, but you can tell her you committed murder. I'm not saying you did, but you can tell her you committed murder. We buried a few bodies, but I can't tell them this. You get what I'm saying? And it's that serious. Oh, yeah. Serious.
Yeah, because there's there's just a stigma to it. You're one of those people. It's like, yeah.
Oh my God.
I believe the world is magical and there's something else amazing going on underneath the surface. And if you're stuck focusing on what is, then I don't want to be around that, because how is that going to help either one of us? So,
all right. Lonnie, you're quiet. You're quiet. You cannot be quiet. This is talk radio now. We move to the next scene.
Talk radio.
It's talk radio.
I had to mute the phone because the dogs started acting up.
Yeah, she got a whole sled team. She got a whole sled team over there. All she missing is Rudolph. Anybody got the 7th dog to lead the sled, you down. Mickey said the body electric. My brother said that to me when we were kids. I still think that's what started me thinking about this stuff. Okay, well, that's cool. Y'all having it, and all right. Y'all have. Oh, they talking to themselves. Anyone else want to hop into the conversation? Just cash out your number, and we'll call you in right now. Hey, is that too bad? Am I asking for too much, y'all, when I say cash out the number? What do y'all think? Lay it on me. Lonnie, you cannot be quiet. It does not work when you're quiet. It just don't
You
work.
know
like
I'm not to that question.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Are you wanting them to like cash app like the amount of their number?
No, just they make
Or
they
cash app you and it shows their number?
cash out me and put their telephone number in the note so I can call them.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Yeah, because see, it'd be too hard for me to if I gave out my
I gotcha.
number on here and then this thing lives to 1 million views, then I have to get a whole new
I
cell
gotcha.
phone number. But I don't never have to change the cash out. It can continue to go forever. Yeah. All right. Everybody says no, Lonnie. You don't have to. I have a team of people here says it is not too much to ask. I have a team of people that is in agreement. Yeah. It's two or more people. It's like I used to tell the ex-wife, and I said, look, it's two or more people in this house. So that makes a congregation. And I'm gonna pray in the house. And from time to time I'll pay tithes to this house. And she didn't like that. So we divorced. That's cool. That's all cool. That's all good. Long time ago. And all right. Magnagus says $4.99 for the next 10 minutes. Oh, we got like a sex number now. He talking about $4.99 for 10. Y'all laughing. That is some good stuff,
That's so
man.
funny.
That's some good stuff. All right, $4.99. Who got $4.99 for 10 minutes? And who gonna keep the timer if somebody calls and get on for 10 minutes? How do we kick somebody out? So I'm Inga. I'm Roderick. Your 10 minutes is up. But we can talk about sexy UFO stuff. Okay, we can do that. We can talk about UFOs. That is a wonderful conversation to have on a date with somebody. If you really want to test that man or woman, start having some alien talk. But if you get somebody and they come back at you and they know all this stuff about Area 51, you're gonna be shocked. You'll be like, "Oh shucks," Summer said,
schedule a second date.
She says, only if I use my sexy voice would it work. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So David said, check the cash out. So I'm gonna be like,
I'm Roderick. How you doing? Oh, sugar honey iced tea. You want to talk about some aliens? Okay, baby. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. Oh, baby, big lover here is going to talk to you about some aliens, baby. Shook-the-doo. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
That's how I'm going to roll them. So we'll do it like that. What do y'all think? Would it work? What? Y'all funny. Okay, so we have a cash out to add into the conversation. Hang on, let me write down a number and let's get him in here. All right, so we're going to three-way him in. And
I got it.
You got it?
They tripping. Oh, I'm looking at this chat trying to get these little bots out of here. Hold on.
Okay. All right. So let me add.
They hear the voice, and now you got the bots coming out.
Well, let me add a call. Hold on. Let me see. And if I hang in and y'all up, y'all call back, and then I can merge y'all back in. Y'all both got my number. Hang on, but it should work fine. Hold on. Oh. All right. So we are adding. All right. I'm calling you, the cash out person. All right. Hang on. Let me merge you in. All right. So we family calling it now. So we got Lonnie, we got Jennifer, and the greatness of David. We got a live talk show now. So welcome to the show.
Oh,
David.
man, this is the business, brother.
Yeah. So appreciate the contribution, that huge contribution. He put enough contribution. We can talk for 2 hours, but we're not. But I'm just kidding. Don't tell them your secret how much you sent. But
I want to let the cat out the bag.
But with the word that I learned today, sending $1 is not unprecedented.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, I did it the smart way because I contributed it the first time, and this time I sent you a request with my number, so I didn't have to spend any more money.
So there's a loophole. Look, he did the loophole.
Yes.
Oh, shuck the duck.
Right.
All right. So tell us about how did you get in this UFO thing? Talk to us. Let's go.
Oh man, just to be totally honest with you, when I was about 5 years old, and it's going to sound totally weird, but just to stay with me,
David. We are in high strangeness activity.
Right.
Over 400.
Well, this is gonna get strange.
All right.
I'm excited to hear
Let's
it.
see. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote too after that, and y'all listening too in the audience when he tell this story. One, if it's something we're gonna consider high strangeness. Two, yeah, great story, but we heard it before. Go ahead.
Okay.
I mean, don't be offended. Don't be offended though. But go ahead.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, this is family. Okay. You know, when I saw your video and I saw everybody in the chat and stuff, it was like, this is family.
Well, let's roll it.
Yes, sir. All right. Hold on. I gotta pause this video because I'm getting double feedback. But anyway, when I was 5 years old, I was living in South Central Los Angeles with my mom and my brother, just the three of us. And you know, my mom, even though she liked men, she liked women too. Right. So she had this girlfriend. For the life of me, I can't remember her name. But every time she came around, there was always this really weird feeling. And my mom acted very, very strangely. But she would come and she would take us to her house, which was in West Covina, which is outside of Los Angeles. Mm. And my brother and I would sit in the back seat, and it almost felt as if kind of trance-like, but like a lucid dream. I was conscious, but like kind of in a dreamy state. A freaking UFO followed us from the time we got in the car, followed us all the way to our house in Covina. We stayed there maybe 3 or 4 hours, got back in the car. She's driving us back home, and the same UFO followed the car all the way back to South Central where she dropped us off at our house. And from that day forward, I can never make heads or tails of it. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward in life with my current wife, the reason we got together, we both sighted UFOs together while we were having a drink in front of our apartment. All right. We were sitting there. Go ahead.
No, keep talking. That's priceless right there. I'm writing that down. That's probably. Go ahead.
No.
You're already winning. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you know, totally out there. But anyway, we were sitting in the front of the house and having drinks and smoking and talking and whatever. And just so happened, we're looking up at the sky. And you know how you see the stars just sitting in the sky. And while we're both looking up at the sky, the stars all rearranged themselves into other positions right before our eyes. I said, what in the hell is this that I'm smoking? And she said, it's not that, because I saw it too. And wow, it was just totally amazing. I had never seen anything like that before in my life. And the fact that we both witnessed it at the same time just solidified it for me, because we had the experience together. I know I'm not crazy. She knows she's not crazy, because we can corroborate what we both saw together. It just made it awesome. Like the young lady was saying earlier, I couldn't be with anybody who did not know. I don't like to use the word believe, because you know the word belief means hope in things unseen. We've seen these things. They exist. So rather than saying believer, I like to say the word knower, or being in the know.
Okay. Know. So we're gonna vote for your story. We're gonna vote. And one, if y'all, well, first of all, I'm an investigator, so let me go a little deeper before we do the vote.
Yeah, ask me questions.
I'm gonna help you win. I thought you was gonna say, when you open the story about your mom, and I thought you was gonna say she's alien, or the other woman was
no.
So we move on over to this.
To me,
Mhm.
yeah. Go ahead.
And so we move on over to your wife to be, and both of y'all's on a date. I mean, sitting out. How did that conversation work? How did you just all of a sudden move from, hey, baby, what's up? I don't know if you had a rap at the time, but I'm saying, how did the rap get into? And then once y'all both said the high strangeness, it was a done deal.
Well, we were dating already. I had already sealed the deal. She was mine.
Okay.
But she's a very highly educated woman. She has her PhD. I barely have my bachelor's degree. You know what I'm saying? So straight up intellectual.
All good.
And we was just chopping it up. I forget. We were talking about a band called B.L.A.C, just from my recollection. And what we would like to do is listen to different bits of music and stuff, and then go through the song and basically analyze the meaning of the song. And we had gotten to this particular part of the song, and I was giving my interpretation to her. And when you're visualizing something, you look up at the sky. At least I do. Just to gather your thoughts. And as I was doing that, she looked up in the sky too, and that happened. So it was like, whoa. It was cosmic. It was cosmic.
All right. Well, hold on. All right, everyone. Starting with the two judges on the phone. Put y'all on the spot. Nope, y'all in the spot to be on the spot. So Lonnie, 1 or 2? 1 being, this is an incredible story. 2 being, we good story, but and don't blame it on the dogs. We're listening.
I'm gonna go with a. Can I just be like a 1.5? Because I like other aspects, the stars moving around, but I like
1.5. 1.5 is higher than 1. 1 is the high, and 2 is maybe.
Yeah.
In the middle would mean 1.5 in this theory would mean it's better than a 1.
I would have liked to see a UFO just land somewhere, but I mean,
never saw a landing.
Okay,
I like being able to see it on a date. Like, that's cute. We'll give you a 1 because that was
you
cute.
don't give a. All right,
I'll take it.
All right. What
Just
about
the way
you?
she said it. I'm gonna go with 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Good looking out.
Yeah, I got 2 1s. Well, here's my thing. I really expected, like any other story, the romance, that y'all had some alien sex and some things happened. You know what I'm saying? And something came out of her back and grabbed you. I thought, because both of you had the connection, we was gonna hear a great, So although it was a great story, it was, I
mean, I sealed the deal later on after that. Does that count? She's not an alien.
Okay, all right. Well, you sealed the deal. We'll all right. So
I don't think she was Sigourney Weaver.
Let's go with the audience.
All right.
But he's getting a bunch of 1s from everybody.
It's a good story.
It's a good story, but
I will say, the more I'm hearing about it, the more I'm like, you know what? It's an absolute person who I need to date.
I also have another one with my wife as well, and this was at the same place.
See, now he's trying to
this one.
See, he's
this is reality.
Okay.
This is reality.
We're here.
We just got to talk in between it, but sitting in the same place, doing the same thing, because I'm a creature of habit. I like to do the same things at the same time every day. I'm just funny like that.
Now we get.
But this particular night, it was an unusually big full moon, right? Mm-hmm. Just lit up the whole sky, and the moon was huge. And we're looking. You can't help but look up at the sky because the moon is just so bright and beautiful.
Okay.
I don't believe. I hate that word, but whatever I saw and my wife, it was massive, and it had some sort of cloaking device because it looked as if something huge was passing between our line of sight of the moon and the moon itself. You couldn't see any coloration or even a form for that matter because it was so huge. but the way you knew it was there, it was distorting the image that I could see of the moon just through it. So it had some sort of cloaking device on it to where it kind of bent the light to a degree. It didn't obstruct it. You could still see the moon, but it made it kind of fuzzy. You could see that it was something massive passing in front of it, but it was cloaked in some sort of way. And that was really eerie and very scary looking, just for the simple fact that something could pass between the view of the moon and the moon itself and actually cover or obstruct the moon, you know, where it totally engulfed it, man, as it was just passing. And it seemed like it took at least 5 minutes for the whole structure or whatever it was to completely pass from in front of our view of the moon to where you could see the moon clearly again. Now that was scary.
All right. So
I didn't know.
No, go ahead. That was scary. So all right.
That was absolutely scary because, I mean, if you can see something, you know, visually, it kind of takes away the fear. But for the fact that it was cloaked out, made it even more scary. It was very ominous. I didn't exactly feel threatened at that time, but I had a very uneasy feeling.
All right, well, that's fair enough. All right, so we're gonna put you back in the audience if that's okay with you, so we can get someone.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, appreciate
that's fine.
It. All right.
Thank you for having me on. Very appreciative. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Bye bye.
All right, bro. Bye bye.
All right. So, all right, Lonnie, Jen, y'all both there? Y'all ready? Y'all good?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I need from y'all too. Okay. And this is important. Both of you together. Because it's both of you here together and silence is not an option. I need to step away to the restroom. So I'm going to put a screen up while I'm gone. Y'all have to talk because we got an audience listening. If they don't see and hear anything, they're going to bounce off thinking I'm gone. Fair enough?
How long you? Like you make it seem like you're going to be gone for.
I just got to go drain the alien. Oh, how about that? I would have said lizard, but now that we talk, I got to go drain the alien.
We could talk about ice wall theory.
Y'all can talk about ice wall theory and all that, but I'm going to put my face up so they think I'm talking, but I'm out. So I'll be right back. Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
Put his face up.
He's like an intermission sign.
Right.
Be right back. Be back in 5 minutes.
He would like to. Okay, so serious question for y'all. Who in this chat knows about the ice wall theory? Has anybody heard of it? One's in the chat if you know the ice wall theory.
I think it's a crazy theory.
It's a slow time. Ice wall theory. Okay, David said he knows.
I'm trying to look at it, but my hands are covered in clay right now, so I apologize.
Nick don't know anything. Jeremy says, spill the beans. Antarctica ice wall. Yes, that.
It's crazy.
Native knows about it. Yes, the thing in Antarctica. Okay, Sarah, this can't be all of y'all that know about it. I hope not. I hope there's more of y'all than this, because I am all over this thing lately. Doesn't go hand in hand with flat Earth. Some people say it does. I don't know if it does. Jim, what are your thoughts? You want to tell? Some of them don't know what it is. You want to explain that?
I'll explain it to you the best I can after watching like 4 TikTok videos about it, because I tried to YouTube it and it did not work. Essentially, so instead of the place where I saw it from was it had to deal with flat Earth theory as well, which is an interesting take on it. Instead of the South Pole just being in like a continent that's circular, it is an ice wall that surrounds a quote unquote flat Earth. And I was listening to a story after the Revolutionary War, I believe. And they were saying that this admiral or someone who fought in the war during the summer were able to go through an opening and then met with high, like people or like beings just like us, but they had like a higher advancement and they were from a previous society, and we're going to do like a second, like, or like another purging or another like reset. Yeah.
All right.
He's back.
I'm back now. And so the rest of the Ice Wall conversation is going to be found in the truthseekers.com website, www.truthseekers.com. Welcome to meet Jen. That's not?
No, it's
Truth Seekers Community. God damn. This cold is messing me up. Excuse my French. Truth Seekers Community .com, where you will find plenty of places to talk about the truth and everything else. In the meantime, real quick, Nick says, Roderick, I was thinking one left for 2 minutes, and you are already spouting flat earth. Is Ice Wall flat earth? No?
I've only seen 4 or 5 videos of it, and it was similar to like it talked about flat earth because it's an ice wall around it instead of like at the bottom of the globe.
See, Nick, I didn't know.
But I only watched like a couple videos. The person who would know more would probably be Lonnie, if she's seen more than that.
I'm going to call Nick.
She was the one who introduced me to it.
I'm going to call Nick. Nick, I'm going to call you, and then you can tell us about that. Nick is a former U.S. Navy. Is a Navy intelligence officer. Yeah. And
for the record, I don't believe in flat earth theory.
Okay. So Nick, I was gonna call you. You let me know if you don't want me to. And tell everybody in the chat. Say no, don't call me. Mm-hmm. These are blood oranges. Yeah.
Those are delicious.
Yeah, they're called blood oranges. I was like, what the heck is that? But they're like raspberry blood oranges. That's what they're calling them. Nature's finest. Nick said, please don't call me. He didn't say don't. He said, please don't. And that's pretty nice from Nick, being he's all, certified to kill, from his, training and all. So I'll take that. He said, Nick is in the no call zone. I'm with you. Wait until you try ugly fruit. What the heck is that, Mickey? Y'all ever heard of that? Ugly fruit?
I'm Googling now, so I want to know.
Yeah, please.
That's the thing for real.
Blood oranges is fruit for the gods. All right. Here we go.
Yeah, so that is a fruit. It looks like an orange in a lime peel.
Really?
Oh, is it like a hybrid fruit?
I
Is it
guess
man-made?
so.
Is this man-made stuff?
It's a citrus that arose on the island of Jamaica through the natural hybridization, of a tangerine orange with a grapefruit. Interesting. Learn something new.
Nick said any other day he'll be calling me. That's cool. We're good with that. All right, so I got you two ladies here, and like I said, we tried to do relationship hour to help some people find their true love within the space of ufology, and y'all didn't help at all. Just really, give some advice. So at this case,
you didn't
give me some advice. Okay, y'all give me some advice when I'm ready to get back out there and meet the one. That's funny.
You want to go first, Jim? Because I got this answer, but I would like to.
I mean, I've been single for 4 years, so I'm not.
I would
really
not take advice from Jen. No, you're right. I'm not going to take no advice from Jen. It will just I get it. If anybody been single for 4 or 5 years, do not give me any advice. You are not just not. You're not just a UFO, an underground female operative. It just ain't gonna fly.
I'm the person you come to when you learn when you want to know how to be happy single. I got that one down.
Oh,
well, they got a song for that CeeLo song. What or whoever happy and whatever happy, something.
CeeLo song?
Is it CeeLo? Not CeeLo, but that other dude. Whoever sings that song, happy,
Pharrell.
Yeah, that.
All right.
Yeah. That's a
He
good
doesn't know his music. Y'all know he does not know his music.
I bet y'all knew what I was talking about. Ebonics, you knew what I was
He
saying.
does not know.
All right, so all right.
I'm stuck in my head now.
Misunderstood says she's out of here. She's gone for lunch. Okay. Michael said A+
Good.
channel. Appreciate it. If any of you want to get into conversation, cash out. Oh, I took it down. You cash out whatever and put your telephone number in the notes, and then I will call you and put you in on here for a little while, for a moment or two with us.
You see Summer?
I didn't see Summer. Let me look and see what she said. Summer says, here we go. That's like hosting a room on the channel the other day, how to find the love of your life. All of us were single. Why is that though? Why is that? Why?
I wish I had the answer.
That's a problem, you know. Are y'all single and young or single and old? I know you women don't want to tell your age, but you know, because the older you are, then it changes a lot. Y'all know that, right? We ain't doing dating advice, but all right, Lonnie, you were going to. Oh, somebody else said, I wish I had $5 million to support. Shit. $5 will work too. You know, $5 will work, but 5 million is a big. That let me know we're doing that big of a job that you would get 5 million. Thank you. Mickey said, CH is toxic for singles. Who said STDs? Oh, I gave you my remedy. You got to ball people first, check the credit, and then ask them about aliens. Those are 3 things you got to do. Ball them. There you go. All right, Lonnie, go ahead. You said you were going to tell me about dating. Listen.
Okay, so for you,
for me,
anybody else in this type of, what do you call it, high strangeness interest?
Yep.
My recommendation is to put them in settings where they're around other people with high strangeness obsessions.
Okay.
Specifically, you, Roderick, you just need to make sure that she hangs out with me enough to not feel salty, because we don't need her interfering with business. Like, we doing, this is business. I need her to not.
Oh my God, that you say that for now. I've had people around me. You don't need to. This is not. You know, I'm like, wait a minute. This is business. You know, on one side of the fence. In fact, you know, we got T-shirts and stuff now, y'all. Y'all can look in your YouTube right there. You'll see. You know, I had a couple people buy a shirt, and if you buy a shirt and you wear it in slippers, if you buy the slippers and take a picture of your toes with the slippers on it, we'll do a toe contest or something, whatever. But anyway, you're right.
It does need business, Jeremy. We're also friends too, so she can't be mad at this friendship. Like,
who said that? What happened?
Jeremy, he said business means business, and that's true. I just need her to know this is also a friendship, and I ain't going anywhere, ma'am. See,
here's how my relation's gonna work. I'm gonna marry my business and make my wife my mistress. That's how it's gonna work.
You better make that very clear to her in the beginning, then, because I don't think you're gonna want to hear that.
Well, that's not a bad position to be the mistress. We're gonna always have fun. She's gonna always get so I'm gonna marry my business, make my wife my mistress. It's gonna be perfect. Picture perfect.
Okay.
You wouldn't go for that? Y'all wouldn't go for that? Any of y'all wouldn't go
if
for
she has a fully set life outside of the relationship as well and is devoted to something as much as you are to this, then she'll understand. If she's not, she won't understand it. That's what I think.
Well, you telling me I will have a busy business?
But I'm also single, so I can't say anything.
No. Somebody said go cosplay conversations. Oh, conventions. I'm sorry.
Read that again, sir.
I know.
Read that again.
Let me put on my glasses because I can't see that shit. Oh, okay. Cosplay conventions. I see.
Cosplay convention.
No problem.
Come on now.
Nick said this is why he is single. Is that bad, Nick? I mean, come on, man. You with me or not? I mean, I'm missing this. All right. Somebody said, I'm going to do some tomatoes, and that's it. That's it. I get it now. I see how I'm going to get a woman. Look, I see y'all now. I'm about to talk healthy. Yeah, I'm going to eat some lettuce tonight and some cucumbers. Yeah. So if you ask me what
Bonnie
I'm doing,
can give you a salad recipe.
yeah. Yeah, this is, yeah. I get it. I get it. Yeah, talk some more healthy talk and stuff. I got it.
I'm taking him to every vegan restaurant I can find next week. That's the plan.
Somebody talk about she's going to make you pay when the live ends. Who? I mean, she's talking about somebody else. I'm good. I'm good. It's all good though. I mean, I was married. So listen, y'all heard my story before. If you hadn't, 3 years ago, I was married. And been there and done that. It was my second time getting a t-shirt. So I thought I was a little more experienced. She was a rookie. So I wouldn't marry another rookie. That's for sure. I'm telling y'all now, I'm sorry. No rookies. I don't care if you've been in a dating relationship 15 years, 20 years, and live with somebody. That do not count until you are bound by some things that you have to go through, some things to get a loose from, and you can't just walk at any time. Shoot. All right. Anyway, great girl. Chilla. She actually was my friend. We had a lot of good times, laugh. She was 15 years younger, but when it came down to me talking about UFOs and aliens, shit, no, she was not having it. She had 3 stepsons who was interested. I couldn't. She was like, and so it was her idea to get on Clubhouse. She was like, "There's a place you can go that's called Clubhouse." We had separated at the time before we divorced. And she said, "You can go talk to some people about aliens." I was like, "Okay." And I was going to start a club called Network Marketing. No, it was going to be called MLM because I used to be in network marketing. I used to be a master distributor. I wrote a couple of training docs on MLM. And so I was going to call this room MLM, and the subtitle was going to be Money, Lies, and Manipulation. So I was going to train people to watch for the money, lies, and manipulation in network marketing. Some said, no, do extraterrestrial evidence. So I was like, do I want to talk about network marketing or do I want to talk about what I want to talk about? So I started the Extraterrestrial Evidence Club at the time. And I was just hoping to get 30 people. I said, well, maybe I can get 20, 30 people to talk to. It was right around when we had that ice storm. So back in February here in Dallas, the year before. And all of a
February
sudden,
2020.
yeah. And so I started getting about 20 people, boom. I was like, I'm gonna get 20, then another 20, and another 20. I was like, shoes. And all of a sudden, I did change it to the brand of Why the Big Secret. The club came into now we had 27,000. And then I went to say, okay, I wanted this to be a safe place. And so that's what we were known for. Had a lot of opposition, though, a lot of people. I went on to Clubhouses. They ended up doing this Creators First. They wanted people to create their Creators First show. And so 5,000 people submitted their applications. And so I was one of them. And they chose 60 people to do a pilot show who then they will choose to get behind to do a first season promoted by Clubhouse. So I ended up winning. So my pilot show, they gave me $1,000 budget, and I'm calling all these people, trying to get people to be on my show, and nobody was returning my calls. And I was calling other clubs, which were, okay, most all of them were not, I was the only African-American UFO club. So, and not to say the least, but it was a lot of competition because everybody wanted people in the room. So I was calling when they found out what is that? The dog? What is that? A lettuce? Somebody cutting lettuce? Yeah, that right there. What is that? Who is that?
What?
I'm gonna assume Jen is doing something.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's
I thought you cutting lettuce.
it's
Okay.
a plastic. No, it's plastic from.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. I'm gonna finish. That's cool. That's all right. I just thought we was being invaded. We was being invaded. But all right. So anyway, I had one. They gave me $1,000 and they said you need to create your show. So I'm calling all these other clubs and I'm like, hey man, can y'all help me? No. They was all ticked off that they chose me, and the rumor behind it was a lot of rumors, and I still get it today. So anyway, thank you, Mickey. Mickey saying I had a great room. So anyway, I ended up calling Billy Carson. I found his number. Ended up calling him. He answered the phone. I said, Billy, my name is Roderick Martin. He said, hey, what's up? So I told him the story. I said, look, this is who I am. I'm African American. I'm trying to do this UFO thing. I don't really have no support. And so we end up talking for an hour, and I said, I got $1,000 budget. So he bust out laughing. I was like, oh shit, it ain't enough money. He said, man, I ain't gonna charge you nothing. But let's get this thing. I'll be on your show. I was like, cool. I says, anybody else you know? He's like, I know a few people. So by the time the show ended, I had Barbara Lamb, which we're real close now. I had Alan, which is cool. I had Whitley Strieber. I had Kathleen Martin, and I had Linda Moulton Howe, and Billy Carson. And now I got all this big show. I had 2 hours, and it went for 5 hours. So I just literally, I was like, I ain't gonna win because we supposed to go 2 hours, but this is the moment of my life. So I was like, let them just talk. Let's do it. And I ended up winning. And so they gave us a contract for worth about 30 grand or whatever they called it. And they gave us a $5,000 a month stipend to do shows. And so I started protecting it because I'm, doing my thing. And people on Clubhouse was like, because I would do these openings that y'all hear now when I be like, hey, this is Roderick Martin, whatever, the music. Y'all know the thing. It was a little different than the one y'all probably hear now, but it went. I used the other music drama, so it'd be like this right here. Be like, But anyway, I finished that story. I'll be like, all right, everyone, this is Roderick Martin. We're here on Clubhouse, and we're going to be talking about UFOs today. And then if you've seen one, you got to get with me, and we're going to do that right now. So anyway, so I was like, all right, cool. Rod had a phone number back then to remind me about the same room. Yeah. So I ended up winning. We went on through the first season, and then that's when I got my first phone call about Discovery Channel saying, we want you to host one of our TV shows. I thought it was a trick. I was like, no, somebody punking me. So I said, well, y'all can call me back. It was on a Tuesday. Call me on Friday. So they ended up calling me on Friday. We did the Zoom call. It was about 8 people. 2 of them I seen 8 pictures. And I'm sitting here like, whatever. They just really talking some big stuff. I mean, they're talking good about me. And they ended up, I said, well, they stopped the camera. The lady said, Roderick, look into the camera. And I'm like, huh? She said, this is real. You're going to be a star. And I was like, I had my Scooby-Doo. I was like, and I said, am I that transparent? She said, yes, you just look like you don't give a darn. We're going to send you a contract. We're going to pay you to take you off the market. And I was like, damn, pay me? All right. I've been on Clubhouse, and, you don't even get $5. I'm going to get paid. And, and so that happened. And then Fox Tubi found me in Clubhouse. They used to go into the rooms, and I used to tell people, hey, listen, there are people listening to you in these rooms. I even got a book right on Clubhouse, right? I mean, on Amazon right now, how to be a Clubhouse influencer. It's in there. I will show y'all, but I sold a few copies, but I explained everything. I explained everything that I did and how I got here now. It's on Clubhouse. I mean, it's on Amazon. So anyway, I call her She-Wolf. That's the ex-wife name. I call her the She-Wolf. So I call her She-Wolf, and I say, hey, thank you for that Clubhouse advice, because she started her club, and she's doing pretty good today. It's got like 6 members, and I got 28,000. So, we good. And I know that's bad.
You're so petty.
You
are so petty.
That's bad. That's the old me. That's the old me. And every now and then they tangle with the future. So anyway, so that happened. And so I ended up getting all of these different things. But what I'm trying to say is this, though. I used to sit at home and binge on Ancient Aliens, okay? The She-Wolf used to get roaring mad. She was like, turn that stuff off, blah, blah, blah. And so even I would wait till she go to sleep, and I would put it on, but sometimes I would fall asleep. And you know how you turn the TV back on, it's on the screen? And she'd be like, oh, you watching that Ancient Aliens again? I was like, girl, please. And then finally I was like, I got to be the good husband. I got to stop talking about this. This is messing with my wife, and so I'm backing up a little bit, like movies do it, before now, and so the She-Wolf was like, she would get mad, and I was like, okay. So here's the moral of the story. I was almost getting ready to give up, and then, back in October, I was in Ancient Aliens down in L.A. filming 3 episodes of Ancient Aliens. Can you believe that? I used to binge watch it, just sitting at home, just like you guys. And then all of a sudden, I'm on Ancient Aliens, which is going to air February the 10th. So I sent her a copy, a text copy, because we still had each other's number because we were married and we still had each other's number. And hoping it wasn't blocked because sometimes she blocked every time she would get mad. So I'll be like, okay. But she got the copy of the check. We cover up the money. And she called crying. I'm sorry. I didn't know you believed in it so much. You did know that I believed in it. And, so, but I took a modest approach and I said, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But all the way, I'm on 2 more episodes too. Anyway, all right, Lonnie, talk about me. Go ahead. Somebody tell me, why are you calling her the she-wolf? Perfect example. Someday she was just a beautiful she. I mean, she just was. And she was everything. And some days she was a god darn wolf. I mean, good. Oh my God. Oh, but go ahead.
So Electric was asking, she was asking about Clubhouse and whether or not it's still a thing. It is still a thing.
It is.
Eventually we'll have a schedule together to where we'll be back on Clubhouse on regular scheduling.
And this is where I met some good people. Nicole, Nick, a lot of we all met there but I was able to see the change of Clubhouse and what was happening. So Clubhouse used to be my vehicle to success. It was my vehicle. And then it became one of the tires on the vehicle. Okay. Then it became a spare in the trunk. Now it's in the garage out of the trunk. So it's that change. So, but what I'm saying to all of you is I'm living a life of some magical things, meeting Billy. All of a sudden, even this year, it's going to be 6 more documentaries going to air that I'm in that you guys, I haven't even mentioned. And just moving as fast as this thing is moving. But I've always knew that, and I used to tell her, I told her I wanted to do this UFO thing. I wanted to, get myself out there. And I used to always say, but you got to give them something they've never seen before. I got to just be me and personality. And when I asked the Discovery Channel producers, when they all was there, and I said, why did y'all choose me? And when that lady said, because you're something we never seen before, I just fell over in my seat. And I used to just speak that over and over and over. And when she confirmed that, I knew then that day that nothing will be as it was ever again. And that is my challenge today, to make sure nothing will be as it was ever again for all of us in this community, and to do big things. Okay. Big things like Project B.L.A.C.K, all of this stuff, to do big, step out there with do big, unbelievable things. And turn it to a business of doing things, because you cannot monetize. You have to monetize your message. You have to. There's no way that if we don't turn this channel into 1 million subscribers, that then, and you don't have to give then. When it's 1 million subscribers, YouTube is going to pay through ads, through views. Then we can reinvest. I was today looking at a studio at a mall. And why that? Because I was like, someday I want a studio in a mall where people are walking by, and behind us we'll still have our office. And me and Lonnie talks about it. So we're going to have an office. We're going to have our conference rooms. We're going to have many different studio rooms. It's going to happen. It's going down. And I was like, and we're going to start inviting our guests in. So we won't, when you see live streams in the future, we're going to be in studio, Shaq, and all of them be sitting there, talking about UFO stuff. And we don't flew them into Dallas, and we're having, dinner at night, eating lettuce and apples and stuff that y'all want, and but that is the deal. And so when I tell people, that was people around me didn't like the fact that I wanted to figure out a way to monetize the message. And it wasn't just because, all right, and some people are like, well, it's money. And I've had people that was close to me called and just told me I was selling out. They're using me, all of this stuff. And it hurt my feelings. It really did, because these people were close. And now I understand you got to have the right people in that close circle that gets behind the shield. and I got some trusted people behind my shield that I will allow to speak in my ear, and then I'm gonna listen. But then there's some people on the other side of this thing. No, we're gonna fight to the end. So this is what I do at night. I think about this stuff. I used to use the word struggle, and Lonnie would tell you that no longer. And I will tell all of you, take that word out your vocabulary, change it with the word preparation. I just been through a lot of hard preparation to do what we're doing today. And now it is moving into where it's paying itself off, it's being real, and all of that. And so we got some great things, y'all. And and I appreciate everybody who support. But I will say it's real. If you want to do what you're gonna do, and now I will say nothing just happens, but I always would say I figured it out when Oprah and all these other people say they didn't know. She had no clue where she was going to end up. She didn't know she was going to end up. She just knew she was going somewhere. I had no clue out of everything I've done that I will now be where I'm at with the UFOs, with something that I just had fun doing. Then I started taking it serious. And now I'm about to be into my second phase. And y'all better be careful with this one, because the second phase is research and development. Now I got the style. I know what I want to do. I got a beautiful team of people around me. I have an agent in L.A. I have a entertainment lawyer in Dallas, Billy Carson, and he's my business manager. And then, of course, I got my business strategist and producer Lonnie, and we got all our researchers that's around us, Nicole, and she's part of our senior. We got a whole legion of people and other people, press agent. Everybody's coming on board to make this Why the Big Secret brand huge. And so that's my goal. My goal is to get all of us fed, all of us to do as we do, because there's people that believe in me and I believe in them, and you guys believe in us as an audience. And we're ready to go for a journey. We're going for a journey, and like I said, it's to monetize that message that we have to, because there was days that it was hard being here. I never told y'all, it was just hard. It was really hard. And but I was like, yeah, keep on going. You do your thing. So anyway, I'm talking too much because I got two other people in here and they ain't saying nothing. Ain't it? It's a talk radio and they're not talking. All right. So anyone else?
You're a story.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the chat.
That makes sense. Anybody want to jump up? Since we hanging out tonight, I'm here. Y'all want to get in conversation? Cash App is up there. Just Cash App. I don't know, whatever, and put your number in the note screen. I'll call you and put you in on here and have a few words with us.
All right. We got the UK in. Hi, Denise.
UK in the house?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, y'all want to hop up in the conversation? That's fine. Otherwise, keep chatting. Y'all good. We just having a conversation. But the whole thing is this high strangeness thing, and some of y'all is joining the Mighty Network. Appreciate it. Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Now I'm reading what David said he did do. He didn't send anything. He requested $1 and put his number. That's how I saw it. And I thought he sent $1. David, you did tell us so. All right, man. You got me. Okay, cool. Because my Cash App didn't go up $1. I get it now. I'm ignoring any other requests though. Try it. Y'all funny. So so I say this real quickly. If any of you didn't know, we have the True Seekers community. Okay, it looks like this if you go to it. Inside there, you're gonna find spaces. The Conspiracy Lounge. You're gonna find a space for cryptids, starseeds, the paranormal, aliens and religion. That's a hot topic right now. UFO sightings. People are putting up their sightings. You'll find something on the Anunnaki and ancient civilizations. Movies, a place you can share your stories, and also our new Area 51, which is a private members area. You're gonna get some channeling in there. You're gonna get a lot of stuff if you join. It's discounted right now. It's a monthly membership. It helps support the community as well as anywhere else. And so
How do you join the Area 51?
you go.
Because I've been looking and I can't find it.
You in the room? You're in the community, right?
Yeah.
It should be like you should get a notice at the top, but if you look at any one of the spaces, it should be like the third one. Yeah, you should see it. It should be. Oh my God! Hang on. Where is Area?
It's black.
51?
It's at the very bottom below Conspiracy Lounge, and it just says,
yeah, it's
not currently available to purchase.
No, you got to be kidding. No, hang on. You ain't kidding, because if you're saying that, you're not kidding. Hold on a second. Let me make sure what we got here going on. Well, somebody just signed up today. Hang on. Let me move that thing around, though. How did it get down there? Area 51. Let me move it. It should have been all the way up here at the top. It should have been like way at the top. It should be like right there at the top. All right, so it's there. And let me look at it. Yeah. You sure? You click on it now and it says what?
Oh, change. Hold on. I have to find it.
Yeah, just refresh. It's at the top now. Don't scare me like that. I'm scared.
It still says not currently available to purchase.
All right, let's see here. This she'll be live. All right, anyone else seeing the same thing? If y'all, Lonnie, no, you already. Yeah, Lonnie, see it. Check and see if you're getting the same thing she's getting.
Let me check.
No, it says it's open. Well, you know what, Jen? When did you refresh that app before? Because you might be still in it from day one. You know how we stay in it, but it should have refreshed.
Oh, I closed it out right before I double checked.
All right. Anyone else that's in the audience? Can y'all go to Area 51 in there and see if it's just click on it to see what it says?
Works on my end.
Huh? Xavier. I
Works
know
on my
Xavier is one of our high contributors. He said I moved it up to the top, but click on it, Xavier, and see if it shows up in area, if it shows up to sign up. Summer said, yes, mine, not showing me where exactly you can buy it. It keeps taking me back to, yeah, it's gonna have three. It should have three purchase options.
I'm texting you a picture of what I'm getting.
Okay. Yeah, we can't have no kind of flaws like that. Yeah, let me look and see what we're dealing with here. Because boy, we now not available to purchase. Ooh, y'all. Shucks. Shuck the duck. Quack, quack. Hang on. But anyway, yeah, somebody else said I see three purchase. Yeah, there's a monthly, annually, and a lifetime big baller, shot caller, support the show thing. All right, don't click. All right, so Xavier said don't click on choose a plan. Just scroll to the bottom. And then once you're there, click on Area 51 link. Try that, Jen. Well, now it's up top, but he was saying, Sonia says she saw three purchase options. Jen, if you was going to join, I'm going to have to send you like an email link or something. Good Lord, we can't be missing opportunities like this. Kidding me? Are y'all serious? My thing is not working. Lonnie, we got work to do.
Yeah, so I checked it from the laptop. It was fine on my end. I'm going to try it from the app. Jen, are you using the app when you look for it?
Yes.
Okay, let me see if I get the same issue on the app.
Wow. Somebody said, does anyone have a trusted resource to what? Yeah, there's a yearly, lifetime, and a monthly plan. It gives you three options. Yeah. All right. Well,
okay, no. It's an issue on the app.
Okay, so
it's an issue. It does the same thing on my end on the app, but it's fine when you do it from the computer.
Okay, I'll have to go on the computer
Really?
for it, but
Yeah, so we got to reach out to them and see what's going on. 'Cause there's definitely something wrong on the app end.
God dang on right. Oh my God. You know how many?
I'm sending it to you right now, so you see what I'm seeing.
Email it to me so I can upload it to them in the email it, Lonnie. So I can upload it from the computer to their message center because they don't have that access on my phone. Well. That makes it crying time. But I'm a full grown man. I'm gonna hang in there.
I do love the app though. I'm on it way more than any
Well, it says
any other app now.
Hang on. It says I got new activity. Oh, it's because y'all clicking on Area 51. Let me. Yeah. It says it's open for business, but okay. So it's working on the on computers, but not, or it's working on phones, but not. Which one? Vice versa.
It works from the computer, but it doesn't work from the app.
Okay. Wow.
Jen, what kind of phone do you have? Do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Okay, can someone with an Android, if you have the app, can you check and see if you have the same issue, please? If anybody in the group is in the chat, can you?
All right. So anyway, while y'all checking that, it won't work on the mobile version. Wow, that is like up with a. I'm just like, I'm gonna call those people and I'm gonna be like, what the hell? And y'all messing my system. God, shoes. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that.
We'll work with support to figure out what's going on with the app, and then as soon as we know, we'll post an update on here on the YouTube, and then we can also post the update on or in the community as well.
Yeah, Xavier said he just tried it. It does. It works on a PC, but not the.
Okay, so it's just the mobile app. Period. It doesn't have anything to do with Apple or Android. It's just the mobile app.
Oh man, that's buggy. We can't have that. That's the whole thing. But anyway, also.
Well, she figured it out early.
Yeah. Well, I just thought, nobody wanted to get into the secrets or something. But then we have a few people join now, and somebody joined today and did an annual membership. But maybe I need to ask her if she do it off her computer then. All right. So anyway, here's another thing. Project B.L.A.C. is also in there where you can share some African American or indigenous stories. Project B.L.A.C. is an acronym for the Black League of Alien Contact Knowledge. We're putting together a group, a big community of people. This is for everybody in the community. There's no exclusion. It's just that within this ufology space, I found that there's a disproportion of reporting and stories and all of that in these communities. And there's a lot of big reasons. I'm not going to have to go into it tonight, but as a community, we need to start the conversations to get these out. And just like you see with Barack and his wife in the Barney and Hill story, they're going to reach a whole new demographics for a reason. And it's going to bring more people into the conversation. So we're right on time to start our conversation with Project B.L.A.C. And like I said, it's for everybody. It's inclusive, but it's including everybody. I'm sorry. And it's definitely, once we go there, it's going to help the overall community. And so definitely everybody's part of it. That's why it's called the League. Okay. And we're going to do that. So it does not work on iOS or Android. It only works on PC. That is so freaking messed up. Good Lord. All right. That's all. That's cool. Everybody's waiting to the 15th and the 1st anyway. So we'll get it going by then. We'll get it going. No problem. I need y'all's support. We'll do it. All right. So Lonnie, make sure when you get your email that, and then I can upload it here from the computer.
I already did. Check your email.
Okay. I'm going to send it to them tonight. All right, so there you go, Project Black. Let me take it down, and we're going to be doing that. Man, we've been here long tonight. So again, we got our people who sponsor the show, the 4949. We got a lot of people that gave tonight. We probably have one of our highest nights of contributions. We got people that came in on the phones. We had a nice conversation. We've been here. A lot of you been here in and out. If you're new here, hopefully you subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have been here tonight and you're now part of the Truth Seekers community, I want to thank you for being part of that as well. It's going to be iconic, especially as we grow this thing in a place where everybody can have a safe conversation, a safe place, no ridicule, no politics, though. Please, even though we got a conspiracy room, don't do the politics stuff, because that is one of the most biggest divisive parts that we can do. And we can still all stand in unity, and you can believe in whatever political views you have. All we need to know is we come together for this community, and that is where we are, and we can do that. Summer says, what did she say? AKA Bridget. What's that about? Thank you. Something. You, Bridget? No, at Kia, Bridget Renee. Okay. Yeah. So, better to know now and get it fixed. I know. Oh my God, do I know? And I hated that, because we've been talking about it, and people probably would have wanted to be a part, but I just want to make sure in the settings. But it could be, like I said, excuse me. We'll check and see. When I look at everything here, then it does everything. Yeah. So the plans are visible. That's cool. All right. We'll send them a note and see why are we getting this, and do they need to fix it? We cannot have glitches like that. That don't make sense. All right. So anything else, ladies, do we want to cover before we get out of here? Unless you guys still want to chat, I'm here. I mean, I'm all in now. I was already all in.
I think we covered plenty tonight, but we could still I want to go jump on other live and kill these last 30.
So we're gonna do a TikTok?
Yeah.
We're gonna do on mine or yours?
I think we can do it. I saw a button on there, and I want to try it, and we'll see.
Then we can add both?
I don't know if that. Yeah, I think we can do both.
Like a co space.
Okay.
What topic we want to talk about? Let's talk about abnormal birds.
I don't know enough about that, but we can get some people to talk about.
Yeah, Operation Hydro. Yeah, we can talk about that.
We can get it going. We need 28 more people in the community in order to
reach 900
to hit the 9. Yep.
Oh shit.
So
let's go get them.
7. We need 27 more. So yeah, let's get over there and try to bang that out these last 30 minutes.
Yes, let's go get them. All right. So let me do the honors and everything else. Jen, I'm gonna hang you up. And Lonnie,
sounds good. Y'all have a good night.
And Lonnie, I'm gonna hang you
up. Okay.
All right. So we got them both there, and let's do this. All right. So first of all, it was a darn good night tonight, talking to all of y'all for 3 hours. And I just came for 30 minutes, but I just enjoy our audience. I enjoy everything, who we do and everything else and what we do. And so tonight, we just have some small talk, but at the same time, it's our community. It's what we do. I thank each and every one of you for giving me the oranges, the ginger, I'm talking every kind of remedy you think of. But nobody said go buy some cough syrup, and then so everybody said natural remedies. That's good. That's good there. We're gonna be on TikTok. Lonnie, put your TikTok username in the thing so that everybody can kind of know where we're going in a few minutes to TikTok. So she's gonna get it started, and I'll hop in on the live stream and everything. NyQuil, yes, I know. All right. So anyway, I love you. I love each and every one of you, and hope your life is going great. And if you need to conversate, go into the Truth Seekers community. For starters, if you do, you can personally chat me. We can talk about anything that you want, and they're available for each and every one of you at all times. And then for all of you who contributed tonight, we had the biggest night of contributions tonight we ever had, and it makes me proud that you value. And for those who didn't, I know your time is valuable, and I believe that is important as well. And thank you for spending your time here and your time in the future that you're going to allocate coming to do what we do. Next Tuesday night, we're going to be having a few more people telling their stories, and so we're going to do that. And we're going to have a great time from there. So with that being said, I'm going to get out of here. We'll hop over to TikTok because we're having a goal to get 1,000 new people into the community, and so 30 more people, and so we'll be able to do that tonight from there. So with that being said, it's been a plum, pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I'm Roderick Martin, and once again, you can find any other support that you want to support us at any time. Love you all. Good night.